Last time on Night Shift, oh right, you guys fought a samurai.
Yeah.
He fucking shot Hono a couple of times. Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody gangster till the samurai
I was
pull.
Schrodinger's Lotus for the majority of the session.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody gangster till the samurai pulls out the Colt Magnum.
Yeah. Everybody gangster until the Domfear pulls out the occult and just bites someone on the jugular.
Yes, good.
Good.
It, even now it feels it.
Even now. The intrigue deep of my crimson draught. Don't
Eddie.
make it weird.
Huh, buddy, I don't know how to tell you this. You bit first. You're the one who made it kinky and vampire-y. Anyways, so yeah, you guys did that. You had a little a little go through at the library and went over some stuff, and then you went back home, as I recall. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, we made it home, right?
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
made it home.
We did have a close run in with some Solar Legion of
Right.
homophobic metaton, and then I just said we turn around, and
It's
we turn around, and I pass without a trace.
he's not
Uh-huh.
he's not homophobic. He's a gay fascist.
Oh right, yeah. He's part of the leopards eating face party, but he doesn't think the leopards will eat
you
his
know,
face.
actually, Yelthabog doesn't actually care about your sexuality. He just wants you to do your part. And if you have a 5 minute break to fool around every week, that's fine. You get your
Yeah.
once a week 5 minute break.
Your once a week 5 minute break to suck a dick.
Yes, it's like the Hell Divers. Hey, we get an extra 1 minute break.
Wow.
Anyways,
Uh.
so yeah, you guys are back home, and you've gotten a long rest, and you are now at Brecky.
And our still undecorated manor that
Yep.
we really
I mean, we have furnishings.
I'm just picturing right now. It's like a male living space level
Yeah.
of furnishing.
I don't
And
deserve a
but
bed frame.
it's like a male living space, but combined with like modern woman's interior design, where it's just all beige and absolutely like torturous to look at.
At the very least,
It's
we
livable,
splurged. We spent
technically.
a little. We spent extra on the beds for people who actually use.
Yeah. It's livable right now. I like to imagine right now it's still beige, it's still very male living space. You walk into Lotus's bedroom and there's the most sumptuous fucking canopy bed, and that's the only thing
We're like,
in there
we
right
don't.
now.
Nova and Hodo were in charge of shopping. We're like, we don't know, so we got something that looked nice.
Yeah. And how much did you spend on that?
We're not gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Get up.
yep, you get up at
I get up.
you Van Halen it, and then at
Oh, that's Van
breakfast,
Halen.
I'm pretty sure it's Van Halen.
Wow.
Knock it up. Yeah, that's Van
I
Halen.
don't have the videos anymore, but I used to have this 2-part meme that was a picture of a cat just falling over, just I fell down And then there was a second video where it's just do 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 get up.
Anyways,
Yeah.
so you guys are up. You get some brekkie. Hono and Honey decide to go off and start getting Hono's spy network together, and they're doing the buddy system. Yay!
Hooray!
Yeah.
I give a knowing look at Cassandra.
Sandra just nervously sips like whatever drink she's doing and just kind of looks in the other direction. Like, I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
Get a nervously sips your mimosa.
This is a strange question, but given the fact that that was Lotus's first time using his Domphiric Bite, and like for the longest time he was really worried that if he did that he'd like lose control and for lack of a better term be in a frenzy for a while. Has there been any lingering consequences since that fight? Like any normal, like higher than usual level of hunger?
Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Hmm.
I love how we just do this to our characters.
It's great. I love it.
25, 17 on the die.
17 on the die.
Yeah.
25. All right, give me just a moment.
Oh.
So, you don't go into a frenzy or anything. However, man, that fucking tasted really good. That was like, just, you don't like have like a deep-seated urge for it, but you know,
Yeah.
you could go for blood again. It's pretty good. You're not. Once again, you're not a full-on vampire. That does.
Yeah, and dreams are what I eat.
Yeah.
So it's just, it's
You're
just
not
the,
even
like,
technically an actual Damphir. You're just Damphir by proxy. So that,
you're something entirely different, but you know, close enough.
it's close enough that you still get a benefit from it. But like, damn, that did sort of taste pretty good. You imagine that if you were a vampire or Damphir, you'd probably be definitely going for that more often.
Yeah. Lotus is going to
I just-
keep that to himself.
No, you should share it with Nova, and then you can go try some together.
What do
This
you
is a
mean
normal-
together?
this is a
What do
normal
you mean
person food,
together?
What? Well, obviously, this is a normal thing that normal people eat. So maybe I should try some too. I'm trying out
Oh
these
my
other weird
God.
foods.
There's something both beautiful and terrifying about the fact that Lotus is Nova's
Cultural touchstone.
example of normalcy when there is nothing normal about this big pink son of a bitch.
So, after you all have your delicious brekkie and Hono and Honey are off, what do you guys do? What's your plans for the day?
Yeah, I think Lotus is going to suggest, do you think we should do some more shopping? He sort of looks down at the fact that they have been sitting crisscross applesauce, eating their meal in the middle of the kitchen. Or
Wait, I thought we got kitchen furniture.
I didn't remember. I don't remember. Did we?
So I mean, if we did,
it would be
no.
so much funnier if we still hadn't done that. Like, we have appliances, we just don't have anywhere to eat in the tiny
Maybe
room.
it just hasn't been delivered yet.
Yeah.
Or maybe we got it and and we
Yeah.
just left it in a corner and we're sitting crisscross applesauce on the floor anyways.
Or are we just going to keep living like this forever?
Is there something wrong with that?
It just like here, like fucking an enemy in the background, like sipping a smoothie, like, damn, bro, you really live like this?
I don't know if you noticed, Nova, but I'm a fat bastard. I don't like having to get up from the ground consistently. I wouldn't say I'm out of shape, but it's definitely not my favorite thing to do.
I thought everything was just cushionier for you, so it wouldn't bother you as much as other people.
Lotus just has his mouth agape, like he does not know how to respond to that. Okay.
Sorry.
we're gonna shelve that one for now, I think. Yeah, furniture shopping. Cassandra, you wanna go furniture shopping? I think wallpaper would also be nice. I don't like living in a solitary confinement chamber. Maybe we can get some star glass for the windows or something.
That would be really pretty.
That would be pretty.
Yeah. Lotus is going to look through his coin purse. Okay, I've got 9 platinum, 1,005 gold, and 5 silver pieces. That should be enough for some nice furniture, right?
I have no idea. But I also
I'm
have 1,000
combat
gold.
ready! Alright. Yep. So, yeah, we'll start heading out looking for furniture, like a furniture store or something. Going to Fantasy IKEA or the Fantasy Ashley Home Store. And as we're heading out, Lotus is going to say, "Do y'all have any preference as to, what sort of decor we're gonna be getting? I know Nova and Hona want to get some house plants, but aside from that, you know, I love how his accent starts to teeter between Irish and Canadian. Pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, if it's easier to sit on things, we should probably get some of those chairs or couches, something like that.
Couches sound nice.
I mean, do we need like tables or?
Yeah, yes, tables.
Be like bookshelves.
Yeah. Tables and bookshelves. Tables, bookshelves, and things to sit down on. Are a priority. I do think. I do think wallpaper or paint or something to make the house not a sad beige and white landscape is paramount.
Could we get one of those big, shiny, hangy light up things?
Oh, a chandelier would be really cool. Good idea. We'll have to see what's in our budget. I think for now, it's gonna be tables and places to sit down, and then we'll see what else we can afford.
Okay.
Are we each just gonna decorate our own room?
I would assume so, but for now, I was looking at trying to get stuff for, the common areas and other rooms.
Mm-hmm.
I think a terrarium or tank or something to keep, like, I don't know, frogs or something in would be cool.
But who will take care of them when we're away?
Fuck. You're right.
I mean, we could have one at the temple, I'm sure, but...
Yeah.
Or we could maybe hire somebody.
Yeah. See, I like the idea of hiring someone, but at the same time, I don't, because we are kind of in the situation where we need to be a little bit paranoid.
Yeah.
Xandros is gonna kind of awkwardly look the other way.
Um, okay, maybe a terrarium to keep, like, more plants or fungi or stuff that needs more humidity to start out with. Yeah, but that's
Okay.
not priority right now. Yeah. As we're walking around, uh, um, Lotus is gonna be very careful considering we're in city proper right now and can't pass without a trace. Do uh, Lotus is going to walk up to a local and just ask, "Excuse me, do you have any idea where we could go for like a furniture or home supply store?"
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you, I'm sorry. I had a little disassociative episode there. Can you repeat what
Yeah.
you said?
Yeah, Lotus is going to try to find a local and ask if they know where we could find like a furniture or home supply store.
Roll me a luck check. Just to
Hmm.
see what kind of local you get in the
Yeah,
rich area.
yeah. Is this going to be a mean son of a bitch, or like, are we going to run into a philanthropist? Rich person, evil. Rich person, passable.
Rich person, neither good nor evil, but some secret third thing.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
6. Evil.
So as you like walk out of your house and sort of like look around, you don't really see a lot of people out and about. However, you do see some astral elf rapscallions, as it were. So they're not hooligans because they're too rich to be hooligans,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
they're all clearly like some young adult like astral elves of like in the like 30 to 50 range.
Yeah.
And they're all sort of like dressed sort of in posh little aristocratic garb. And
Mother says if I'm a good boy today, I can take
it's
a gander at the chocobo
well,
stables.
it's a little more like Venetian sort of like
Yeah.
suits. Several of them seem to be wearing like these more, while like most of them appear to be wearing like more
Yeah.
costume outfits. Several of them
Yeah.
seem to be wearing like these tight but like flexible sort of like almost uniform outfits with like a little shoulder cape. Which
Fiora, League of Legends.
yeah, and all of them either have a saber or a rapier at their side.
Yeah.
Uh,
Lotus, just happy to be here, will approach nonetheless.
and
Excuse me. Yeah.
oh, go ahead, you go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. We just moved in recently, and we're looking to get some more furniture to decorate the home. Do you know anywhere where we might find a furniture store or like a home supply uh business?
And they all sort of like look at you. Literally, that fucking image of like the party looking just like
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I know
No!
exactly what you mean.
Oh no.
just like all of their like masks catch the starlight and like sort of like flash blind you for a second as they're like glaring at you.
Plink, plink.
However, the leader of the bunch, you don't know him well,
Yeah.
but he might be here to kick some tail, is sort of like glares at you and looks you up and down. for a second. Hold on. Where is it? I need to look at some stats real quick.
Yeah.
For
Is this guy gonna
a
try to
second, I
fucking
thought you were
fight
looking
me?
for prepared art of this random NPC. I'm like, how?
Well, I am probably going to need to make art of this guy at some point because you notice, Lotus, make me a just a history check real quick.
Okay. With my -1 intelligence. Oh, not bad. 16.
That's definitely enough. This leader, he's wearing this elegant sort of like very black or primarily this like brilliant green like outfit with like little highlights of black and silver in it.
Mm-hmm.
And you recognize these colors as belonging to how Delphinium's family colors.
That's the guy working with the Solar Legion,
Yes,
right?
Aurora
Yeah.
Delphinium is his name.
Mm.
And he's going to sort of glance you up and down and says, "Well, if it isn't the prodigal Somnium."
Lotus is just going to sort of cock his head to the side and say, "Yes."
Ah, I see you finally decided to come out of whatever hole you were living in and join the rest of high society.
I think Lotus is just going to um look over at Cassandra and Nova,
Mm-hmm.
look back at this guy and say, "Well, I don't know about you, but I typically find nature to be a lot more inspiring. It's easier to deal
Oh,
with
of
when
course.
people
I mean,
act.
a country bumpkin lesser house like you probably would.
Mm, you know, how's Daddy Dearest treating you? Still not ever saying what he means, or I'm curious. Does that just run through the family? Because you seem to talk an awful lot, very passionately, but you know, passion doesn't give you a brain. People with brains do an awful lot of talking. Well, but no more than those without. I feel like I'd have better conversation with a jellyfish than your sorry ass.
Everybody just sort of like pauses for a second and then laughs. It's like, wow, is that really the best you could come up with? Really? Incredible. You're so slow witted and dull. I would have staken you for a wooden sword had you not had the misfortune to open up your lesser mouth in my general direction and actually speak. I'm impressed. Did your uncle actually manage to teach you how to talk, or are you just making noises?
Lotus is going to grin wide and flash his fangs. He's going to lean forward, taking full advantage of the height difference, and look down at this guy, and he's just going to say, "I'll have you know this mouth is skilled at a lot more than just talking, boy."
He's gonna stand up, and he's actually about this. He's going to stand up from where he was sitting, and he's like actually about the same height as you. And he's going to say, "Really? Is there actual some fire left in the Somnium line? You know, once your uncle hung up his dueling sword, we thought there was no honor and dignity left in your house. Maybe you actually have a little bit of challenge in you."
Oh, I definitely think I do, but quite honestly, you're not worth my time. I've got business to take care of.
Oh, of course, just like your uncle running away from your family's honor, deciding to be the better man and be a yellow bellied coward about a good old fashioned duel. It's a shame, really. I mean, he adopted that toad. I thought it would at least be a little more interesting.
Lotus is going to grab this guy by the scruff of his collar.
Make me.
Can I want to try and break this up?
Can I assist?
Can I step
No, but
I would like to step between them and say something. Can I do that?
Yeah, Lotus first make me an athletics check.
That's gonna be a 16.
Alright. Yeah, you do manage to nab him. But
Lotus is going to hiss at this guy and just grit his teeth.
Before you go any further, I would like to step between you and like push you guys apart. Like, Lotus, you can't flirt with him.
Don't you dare fucking talk about my family.
oh,
You're not
what are you
dealing-
going to do about it? Are you going to be the better man? Or are you going to defend their honor like a fucking astral elf should?
I will have you know that I might be my uncle's flesh and blood, and my damnable wretch of a mother might have been the person that brought me into this world, you lowly scum, green algae wannabe son of a bitch.
Ooh,
But
scary.
I can tell you right now that if you bring my family into this again, I will show you that my mother wishes that she had the absolute fucking audacity to wipe the floor with you. I would grind you into a fucking paste. I would rip and tear with tooth and claw, and you can bring honor into this, but let me tell you something. There is no honor in the wild, and that will not save you if you dare to poke this bear again.
Ooh, talk a big game. Back it up with a blade. Or your words are less than wind, honorless dog.
Can I put my hand on Lotus's shoulder and say, "Hey, they're trying to get your goat. Look around us. We're in the middle of the upper district. This is not the place."
Lotus will sneer at this boy again and will say, "Tell you what, as I said, I have business to attend to, but if it's a duel you'll want, we'll have to set an appointment. You're good at that sort of thing. You know, your father loves setting appointments with treasonous cowards, so I feel like, well, if the apple falls from the tree, then maybe you're good at it as well."
Alright. Let's meet. At the dueling plaza. You know where that is,
Indeed.
don't you? Do I need to draw your backwards ass a map?
History check.
Or are you gonna get lost for another
16.
20 years? 16's enough to do it.
Yeah. Lotus is just going to ignore that and do the fucking Emmett Selk wave, like over his head as he walks away.
Alright,
He will.
what time do you want? Do you want that later today or tomorrow?
Probably tomorrow.
Alright.
As he's walking away, he says, "You know, you talk a lot about honor, but you and your father's bedfellows are really fond of attacking when someone has their back turned. So, if you're going to make the first move, I dare you to do it now, yellow-bellied son of a bitch."
Ooh, you talk a lot of slander, but I know the Solar Legion would never do such a heinous thing.
Lotus will call back and say, "Well, my brother did. That's why I killed him."
Well, of course, he was a somnium. Deceit is in the blood.
Hmm.
He is absolutely unfazed by any of your insults.
Yeah. It's okay. If I beat his ass, he'll probably be fazed by that, and he'll have to get Daddy Dearest involved.
Yep. You can also make a history check because you are at least familiar with how, with Astro Elf dueling customs to make some.
14?
That's good enough. You know that you can't use magic.
Okay.
That you can use either a rapier or a scimitar, saber.
Yeah.
And it's usually until one person surrenders,
Hmm.
because usually there's like a cleric there who will like immediately heal
Yeah.
you, but like it is you got to make your opponent submit, sort of
Yeah.
deal.
Magic not being allowed. Where does Fanged Bite and Wild Shape fall under that?
Wild shape falls under magic. Bite
Okay.
is it's unsportsmanlike, but it's not technically against the rules. It'd be like,
Hmm.
oh, you brought a main gauche with you as well as a, a sword. Like you can.
I don't know what a main gauche is.
It's a dueling dagger.
Uh,
It's technically allowed, but a lot of astral elves would see it as unsportsmanly.
hmm. Not honorable.
Yes, not honorable. Technically, still allowed, not honorable.
That being said, Lotus did straight up say honor won't save you in the wild.
Yes. However, you can be disqualified from a official duel if you do like go against the rules.
Hmm.
And it does shame your house if you do such a thing.
Okay, in that case, no biting. No biting or jumping.
But yeah. So yeah, where are you
Oh,
guys?
hell yeah, the new Archfey Warlock art has scissors
Hell yeah.
as a weapon. Fuck yeah.
How are we gonna tell Hono that his boyfriend got into a duel with yeah, despite not being good at a rapier.
Okay,
you're
I
a
can use
druid.
a scimitar.
Yeah, you're a druid. You can use a
True,
saber.
true.
Damn, I can't use my staff.
His honor's just over here like, oh my gosh, this is gonna end well.
Now you can request a dueling. You can get a dueling saber from somewhere if you want to get a good fancy scimitar. Hell, maybe
Yeah,
you could even talk to your uncle and see if he's got one for you.
maybe. That, yeah, I think Lotus is going to say, alright, before we continue our business, how about we go visit Uncle Aster? See if he still has that dueling sword.
I mean, you got yourself into this mess. It's kind of up to you.
Yeah, I will say, listen, I know I'm not the best at keeping my anger in check, but I feel like I'm in the right here. He brought my fucking family into this.
It's not that I'm worried about. I'm just worried about what this means politically.
He started it. I was just asking for simple directions to a fucking store.
Somehow I don't. It's not that. It's that either way, I don't think his dad is going to be sympathetic to us and our cause. The other council members, maybe even because it's his son.
We already knew he wasn't sympathetic to the cause. He's
This just
already
gives
in
him more
bed with the
reason to hate us.
He's already in bed with the Solar Legion. I don't think there's going to be much talking to him. That's exactly why I'm planning what I'm planning at the ball.
I don't know. have a bad feeling about it.
That's fair. I don't know.
I mean, you're our friend too. We won't exactly be able to help you with this.
Yeah. It'll be fine.
I mean, I can stand by with healing, but that's about the most we can do.
Yeah. He's not going to have the audacity to kill me, in the middle of a duel.
I don't know, seems like a bad idea.
To be fair,
Although
a
I
lot of
wanted
the
to talk,
things
and then she kind of
Yeah.
looked towards the side.
To be fair, a lot of our ideas seem bad on paper, but remarkably speaking, things have worked pretty well for us so far. So clearly we're doing something right.
Yes and no. I mean, yes, but you guys didn't see what we were up against. Like, we should be careful.
I'll be careful, but I'm willing to bank on the fact that this guy is more talk than he is anything else. I will say I'm remarkably astounded by the fact that he's as tall as he is. That's rare.
But do you really think he's dumb enough to put his family's name
You can
on
also
the
make
line like
a
that?
insight check, any one of you, about that.
Yeah.
I really have insight. I have, like...
16.
Okay.
With 16, what about you, Cassandra?
That one.
Okay. That is a natural 20. 28.
Yeah!
Cassandra, you can tell
Alright.
that despite his best efforts to hide it, he's a fucking half-elf.
Oh.
Oh. I
Oh,
mean,
interesting.
could be because he's insecure. I mean, he's only... Is that a big deal in the culture, or is it, like, not a big deal?
Not a huge... It's not... Okay, here's the thing. It's technically not a big deal. However, some families might have a little hesitancy about that sort of thing. Also, you recall his remarks about the toad, which,
Yeah, just being straight up racist.
yeah, which gives you a little hint that maybe the circle he hangs with is a little less kind to those of non-astral elf descent.
I see.
Would she say anything, though? Because I feel like even if he's a bad person,
Yeah.
it's his business.
Yeah. I will say, like, given how pissed Lotus got about the guy's racist comment, Lotus is not the type to bring fantasy racism into a conversation.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
only Cassandra saw this. This wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't think she'd say anything, because I think it's that elf's business, clearly.
Yeah. Yeah. Out of curiosity, with my insight check, would I have been able to like get a vibe of not astral elf, like not half elf, but is there anything I could glean from that short interaction that seems like, for lack of a better term, a weakness?
He seems very proud, and arrogant, obviously. Very cool-headed, though. He seems to really not... absolutely opposite of you, where you're like a decent person, but you have like a extremely short temper. He seems to be able to keep his cool despite being a shithead.
Interesting. Yeah. Moving
Almost
over
like because
to...
he's a half elf, he had to in the environment he grew up in.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, popping over by Uncle Dearest's house.
Hold on a second. I'm making this real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a good person, but if you bring my family or friends into it, I'll beat the shit out of you. I'll fucking kill you.
Hold on, save changes.
I'll throw a wrench at you. I'll throw rocks through your window. You dumb whore. Open the door, or I'm gonna throw rocks through your window. You dumb whore. You're
Uh,
ugly. You're disgusting. I'm gonna kill you. Give me $200. Fucking Faulkner Dill.
anyways, so, you managed to get to the manor
Yeah,
and are let in. Rizal seems to be out on her own business today, but
that's good.
you're.
That's good. I don't think that she needs to hear why I'm getting into a duel.
uh, hold on.
Yeah. Just walking directly up to Aster, Uncle, I need your dueling sword.
All right.
Not right away or anything, but for tomorrow.
Yeah, not right now.
Anyways, yeah, you go up to the observatory, and you actually see that his wheelchair is parked next to his desk, and he's sitting in a normal sort of office chair
Hell yeah.
behind it. And he says, "Ah, nephew, how are you doing this fine day, evening?"
Doing all right. Would be doing better if I didn't get myself roped into a duel while just trying to ask a simple directions question.
He lets out his face, sort of like it doesn't like fall, but he just sort of lets out a little. I see.
I will preface this. I have a good reason. Do you want the good reason first, or the more concerning political implications first?
Ah, give me the more concerning political. Wait, no, don't tell me. It was Delphinium's kid, wasn't it?
Yes.
That little shit. He's been. I swear, he's been. He is. To give him credit, he's quite the duelist, but apparently he keeps asking around the dueling hall when the legendary Aster Somnium will take up his blade once more. I fear
That's
this may be a little bit of my burden falling onto you.
well, he did. I will admit, he did bring that up, and he did bring about how, oh, being the bigger man sullies your honor. And then he brought Rizal into this. And I'm quite honestly not comfortable repeating what he called my own family.
He's going to
Uh,
pause for a moment. He's not going to say anything, but he's going to stand up, grab a cane next to his desk, and sort of walk over to a bookcase. And he's going to lay his hand on the side of it, and the side is going to open up, and this beautiful saber with like this like sort of kintsugi ebony
ooh.
scabbard and this beautiful hilt with these bluish pearls inlaid into the silver of the hilt.
I don't know why I'm just picturing Moonfoss's sword now from.
And he says, "You may use this, but I do expect it back once you are done with it."
Of course.
This is Comet. It's a blade long been in our family, and he's going to draw it. And the blade itself is this like pale, like blue white, and when he moves it, it seems to like cut through space and sort of like leave this like trail of like visible like galaxies and nebulas in its wake.
Ooh.
And he's going to sheath it and hand it to you. And I need to get to your sheet real quick. So I can add this and see if I made it right. And even if you aren't a good duelist, this will help you in your fight. Not sure if it'll be enough against as an accomplished duelist as oh fuck, I didn't give him a name.
Yeah. I don't need to win.
As
I just need to send a message.
as Borealis, but
Aurora Borealis!
yeah, shut up. Also, there you are, there's your sheet. And I'm going to add Comet to your equipment. Inventory. Manage inventory. Add equipment. Yes, it works. Hell yeah. There you go. And you can attune to that over the next hour if you want.
Hooray.
Dueling. Back in my youth, dueling was a passion of mine, but I felt the calling to help others instead of just strutting around like a peacock and throwing my spurs around, as it were. This is an honor and nobility to dueling, but too many of our people get caught up in it to appreciate the art of it. Though, well, carry yourself with honor, lad.
Indeed. I do apologize that my... And I think he says this about, like, gesturing to pretty much everyone in the room. I'm aware that I'm rather short-tempered, but I do not take lightly to people insulting my kin.
I understand that your family's very important to you. I just wish it didn't get you into trouble.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah.
I just wish we could find different outlets for that anger.
Yeah. I need to get, like, into, I don't know, splatter painting or something. Equal parts creative and destructive. I don't know.
Look, if this is important to you, you've got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
And oh, sorry.
Oh no, you go ahead. You go ahead.
And I have no room to judge.
Yeah, look, it could look something like that. Only the hilts. It's more of like a classic like pirate looking saber or naval looking saber with like a curved blade and more of like a basket hilt. But like it definitely does have these beautiful blue pearls sort of in the hilt, the silvery hilt. Anyways, continue.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Might I ask the history of this blade?
Long ago, when the Astral Elves were first organizing into various families and founding Starspire uh after Eula uh created the Veil of Night with oh fuck, what was her name? With the Silverel. Eula and Silverel created the Veil of Night. It our family was actually some of the few who helped protect the sort of borders around it while the builders did a lot of building, and apparently in collaboration with a skilled smith, uh, a strange traveling smith made of who seemed to be made of metal, helped make this blade out of a fallen star.
A lot of weight to hold in one hand.
It is, but you'll find that. Oh, I'm sorry. Could you repeat that? You sort of skipped a
No.
little bit.
I said that's a lot of weight to hold in one hand.
It seems like it at first, but you'll find that duty can sometimes be lighter than a feather in the right happenstance.
Mm, I'll keep that in mind. Well, as I said, I'm not concerned with winning. I mean, I'm going to try, but I'm concerned with sending a message that neither you or I are going to take that slight lying down.
Good. I would expect nothing less of a good lad like you. Now, technically, if you've been challenged to a duel, you can name a champion if you do feel like you may not be up to the task and want to name someone to fight truly for, like, give him a proper what for. But
See, technically speaking, I could do that. I won't though, because I know that's just going to, in his eyes, give him ammo to call our family cowards more.
I mean, there's a technical workaround to that.
Like, I am curious about that. I'm not going to act on it, but I am curious about what you mean.
Well, name your sister as champion.
Hmm.
Although, I'd be more concerned about him coming out in a body bag than
Yeah. Mm,
from what
I
what
I
you've told me
also
of her.
don't think. Here's the thing: an enemy doesn't seem to show up on other people's terms.
That's fair. Something tells me, though, that if you were to name her as champion, and she would probably answer the call.
Probably. I get the feeling, regardless, she'll probably be somewhere watching.
But either way, I trust you, Lotus. I believe that you'll do our family proud. But remember, it's not about honor or what this poor young man thinks honor is. It certainly isn't insulting people
Yeah,
baselessly.
indeed.
But considering how he was raised, I wouldn't put it past Aurora to be the best, to be the not a good father figure. And
I feel sorry for him.
I haven't even met his wife. I'm not even sure if he had one. To
Hmm. I will say, um, speaking as someone who did get out of a shitty situation, I can infer a little bit. I don't know the full story, but I pity him.
It's good.
Alright, while I'm here, do you have any idea where we can get furniture?
Oh,
The new house is very nice, but I kind of feel like I'm going crazy.
yes. Oh, yeah. Hold on, my boy. And he's going to sort of reach into his desk and pull out a sort of like binder and leaf through it and hand you
Yeah.
a business card
Alright.
for a for Mountaineer Furnishings. And he says, "These fellows have done all of the furnishings of my house, save for the um, star glass, but they'll give you a good deal uh, on it. Or if you wish, I could help you pay for some of your furnishings."
I want to make an insight check real quick.
Go ahead. What's
'Cause
he trying to?
Lotus is aware that it looks like it does seem like Aster's getting better, but I feel like it's not that Lotus feels like Aster has an ulterior motive in helping him, but Lotus is like so not used to people offering to like pay for nice things for him that he's concerned that Aster isn't as better as he's seeming. He's worried that Aster is like, for lack of a better term, trying to spoil Lotus because he doesn't know how much longer he has left. So that's what I'm trying to glean.
Well, you got.
Um,
Go ahead and roll an insight.
16. A lot of 16s today.
Seriously.
Yeah. He says, he could tell. You could tell that he does kind of want to spoil you a little bit,
Yeah.
but it's
But
because he's your uncle and he's only now seeing you again after so long.
yeah. So he is actually getting better.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Lotus does he does breathe a little bit of a sigh of relief, like notably. He's not going to talk about why. He's just going to say, "I appreciate the offer, Uncle, but I think from our last mission we should have enough coin to um uh pay for a good majority of things today. However, um I would be willing to accept the offer." What was that?
I don't know what the fuck that
What?
is.
Oh, I was just getting some hot chocolate. It might have been my Keurig. If
Oh,
it
Okay.
was from me.
Okay.
I didn't realize that'd be audible.
You have like some sort of beast in your background, just gurgling like a crocodile.
Oh yeah, that was the Keurig.
a
It moved like a
Keurig could be
crocodile.
a Keurig could be a type of beast.
Yeah. However, I'd be more than willing to accept the offer if I walk away from the duel tomorrow victorious.
Very well. Understandable.
Such a cause would be worth celebrating, I think. Um, uh, I trust you'll more than likely show up to watch.
I will.
Alright then. See you tomorrow, and hopefully under good circumstances.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Um, as we walk out of the house, Lotus is going to look over at Nova and Cassandra and just say, "I am glad that my worry of him spoiling me because he's still dying is unfounded."
Me too. He does seem to be getting better.
He does.
Yeah, he seems like a good person.
Yeah.
He loves you very much, I can tell.
Yeah. It's nice to know that even over the years, I still have family that who their love for me never really died, even if I didn't see them.
Mm-hmm.
I think Lotus will impromptu pull Cassandra and Nova into a hug.
Oh.
I do
Yeah.
mean it. I do not mean to cause trouble with my outburst. I don't remember who, but I think I picked it up from someone that did a lot of the same for me.
Mm.
An old ghost of my past, I think.
It's not so much that you're causing trouble, it's just that we're worried about you, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, we all make stupid mistakes, and not that this is a stupid mistake. And I
Yeah.
guess Connor's gonna look to the side.
I do think it would be prudent for me to try to keep more calm under these circumstances, because this is absolutely becoming a trend that people will pinpoint as a weakness. And I do not think that there is anything bad about standing up for those that are important. But as I said, if I let it be a weakness, then it is one that people will absolutely take advantage of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That being said, I am also a firm believer that weaknesses can also be strengths. Paradoxical as that sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, to Mountaineer Furnishing.
All right.
Let's go.
I agree.
Yeah. So as you get to uh uh go through the upper district or the inner district, you find your way to Mountaineer Furnishings,
Mhm.
and it is this uh sort of alpine themed store. You look in, like, all these like beautifully wood crafted like couches and chairs with like these beautifully with these like very soft looking cushions, and you go in and you see behind the counter is this massive 7'5" Goliath wearing lederhosen.
Oh, I love him.
And he's, Guten Nacht, how are you all doing this fine evening?
We're doing well, thank you. And
Wunderbar!
yourselves?
I'm doing absolutely dandy, my friends. Are you here to find some fine furnishings for your dwellings of
Abs-
choice?
Absolutely. We just recently were gifted a manor, and I, ca- I, I can't keep living in a place with so little furnishing. We need your help. The help that only you can provide, good sir.
I see, I see. Oh, Franz! Ja, Hans! Looks like we've got a large order today. Ex wunderbar! And this massive, like, 7'5" orc pops out of the
And they
background.
are husbands.
And he's also wearing lederhosen.
Obviously.
Both their lederhosen are like so tight that you can like see their muscles bulge every now and then through
Oh
it.
my god.
Oh my goodness.
And you hear like whenever they walk that like the sort of clock clock of wooden clogs.
I love that.
Uh huh.
This is on the subject of like sounds from clothing. This is kind of unrelated, but I saw this TikTok recently where someone was talking about the Pyro Archon from Genshin and how she's wearing a like full leather or latex looking suit, and someone says, "I love her design. She's very pretty, but I can't help but imagine that every time she walks, it makes the SpongeBob walking sound effect."
Remember the fucking Scooby Doo sequel where Sexy Velma happened?
Yeah!
She had
Who's your mommy? My mommy?
squeak.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Sorry.
Anyways, so what is the size of your mana, good sir?
Uh, I don't think we actually got a proper size. Lotus is just going to say, uh, big.
What's your address?
Yeah, Lotus will give the address.
And he's going to say, "Oh, Johan," and a another 7 foot 5 figure is going to pop out of the background, and it is a it's in hold on, what did I have for this one? Oh yeah, he is a bearded a griffin vulture, a bearded
Ooh.
vulture. Uh, Aarakocra, and he's also wearing lederhosen.
Fascinating.
Oh, yeah, Franz. Can you look up the this address and get us measurements for it? Of course. And he's going to reach over to the shelf and pull out this like massive ledger and start like looking through them. And
Do
he's
their
saying,
bigs?
"What?
No, that was out of character. Do their bigs? Have you worn bigs? Their bigs. Yeah.
Anyway, anyway,
Yeah.
so yeah, as they're looking that up, it's like, so we have a few options for sort of based on your level of quality. All of our pieces are of very good craftsmanship, but we do have sort of a more deluxe package, a more moderate package, and a more basic package for more value-seeking customers. Uh, and as your address has gone through and they sort of get the measure, it's like, so would you be wanting a full furnishing package with beds for every room, or do you just want the basic living quarters package? And we can go from
How
there.
how much would a deluxe furnishing package be?
We already got beds, right?
Yeah, we
Oh,
do have beds. Two of our party, two of our housemates do not require sleep, so I feel um one of them would probably prefer more of a lounge or workshop area, and Nova, would you want to have your room be more of a uh um arboretum
Yes.
sort of situation?
I think that would be wonderful.
Um, we were also wondering if, well, I was wondering, um, for furnishing packages, um, for one of the larger rooms, if it would be possible, to uh, install a sort of terrarium situation for like an indoor garden for um well, keeping things. I don't know. I feel like I I grew up in Moon Tier before it fell, and more specifically, I grew up in a Druid Grove, and I'd like to be able to bring as much nature or um, uh, living things outside of my companions and I into the home as I can.
Oh,
So
Dita! And a 7'5" tall monitor lizard man or lizard folk sort of peeks his head out of another back room and says, "Yeah, boss.
I love these
We're
guys.
going to need
This
some
is
apple."
Oh my
people talk
goodness.
about polycules from hell. This is the polycule from the highest heaven.
All right,
We are
but it
going
just makes
Is
me
to.
it
wonder: were
really
they all
is.
7'5" before joining, or did they all become 7'5" by joining?
Is it like magical healing where you just become like,
Beefed the
yeah,
fuck after becoming part of the polycule.
yeah?
As you see Dieter poke out, you also see a 7'5" kobold like walk through the back area. No, that's not canon. That's not canon.
Okay.
Oh,
But could you imagine? um,
7'5" kobold just reminds me of that roided out pig from Family Guy. Just oink.
anyways, yeah,
Yeah.
we can fix you up with some arboreums. Yeah, we can get you a good arboreum, some good greenhouses, sort of
Maybe,
deal.
maybe a fountain or some other fixture for keeping fish.
Yeah, we can get you a fountain.
Um, how much would all this cost? I've got
Okay.
a good amount on me right now.
For
Would lighting and wallpaper or painting be included with the package?
we do not deal with the painting or the wallpaper,
Okay.
but we can get you. We can offer our with our deluxe package. We can include various natural lighting as part of the package. Thanks to our friend Dieter over there. He's quite a skilled vial technician, aren't you, Dieter? Oh, stop it, Franz.
My friend here was hoping for chandeliers.
Oh, chandeliers. We can. Hey, we can throw in a chandelier or two as part of the package.
All right.
Do you want chandeliers in every room or in one or two rooms in particular?
Lotus will defer to Nova.
um, I just want a really cool one for the dining room.
Of course, of course. Uh,
Uh, Something smells very eggy. Someone might be cooking eggs.
It's
delicious
not me.
egg.
I made tacos.
Mm.
All right. So this full deluxe package, no beds included. For living quarters, workshop, arboreum. Your total is going to come to a total of 2,000 gold. About even.
Lotus will count his coins and will hand over.
I've got a.
Yeah, he will hand over 1,000 gold.
I can also hand over 1,000 gold.
Excellent, excellent.
And I still have 9 platinum pieces left and 5 gold pieces.
And I still have 1 gold piece left.
Excellent. Is there any particular workshop areas you want to have, or if you so wish, we can include turn one of your larger rooms into a multi-shop with all the fixings, if you so desire.
Um. Probably a smithing shop with a little bit of stuff for the production of star glass.
All right, all right. Smishy and glass blowing. That one, those two go together, so that's going to be easy enough to do.
Um, yes. Uh, as I said, one of the larger spare rooms, aside from Nova's, I would like to try to install a place for a terrarium. Um, yes, that
All
should
right,
be it.
all
Um,
right.
do you have any recommendations where I could go to get wallpaper or painting?
Yeah, of course, we have some good recommendations for you. What sort of style do you think would suit you more? You more down to earth, more fancy, more etc. etc. That sort of deal.
I think Lotus will defer to Cassandra and Nova.
Cassandra, what do you think?
Oh no. Panic.
Above board, I feel like something between cozy and fancy would be nice. Like, like
Yeah,
walking into
like
like a ski lodge or something, like a really nice
mhm.
ski lodge.
Yeah, let's go for rustic. Let's go for like
Yeah,
a rustic
yeah.
kind of cozy
Cozy,
look.
cozy, but some place we could host somebody
Yeah,
without feeling out of place in
yeah.
moderate.
Sort of fancy alpine, cozy vibe.
Oh, of course, I understand. You should go see my sister. Uh,
Uh,
and he's going to hand you a business card.
Is
She's
she 7 foot
exactly
tall too?
one store over.
Yeah, for Mountaineer decorations.
Hmm. All right. Um. All right. Thank you kindly. If I may ask, I'm aware it's your business and not mine, but how did you and your partners come to know each other?
Oh, you see, we used to be coal miners up in oh my god, Estelle. We used to be coal miners up in the Estelle Alpine region, and we're hard workers. We work hard. Uh, we play hard.
Mhm.
And we got into in our downtime doing woodworking projects, and we decided to after Zik unfortunately takes off like this like sort of like he motions as if he's like taking off his hat for remembers he's not where he once is. Oh, after the unfortunate explosion of the mine and losing like half of our coal mining corporation, we all got a big payout from the emperor of Stella, and we moved out here. We always thought the night sky was such a lovely view, and we thought that it'd be a nice place to live. The relaxing canals, and we all decided to get our work on and make our shop, and the rest is history.
Very nice. You all seem like a lovely family.
Uh, by the way, this song, this like music video I'm about to share is basically the inspiration for them. Basically,
Also, happy birthday to the Badger Badger Mushroom song.
yeah. Yeah. So you do in fact go over one building to a very similar
Uh,
thing
uh,
and another massive 7'6", 7'6". This time,
She's even bigger.
yeah. Goliath. Behind the counter says, "Greeting, Guten Nacht, my friends. How are you all doing this fine evening?"
We're doing really well. Your brother recommended you to us. We're looking to get some wallpaper or painting done for interior design. We're looking for a sort of fancy, um, rustic kind of alpine feel, like a really nice ski lodge.
Oh yeah, we can do that, can't we, Olga? And she says to the back, and then an orc woman of 7'6" pops out and says, "Yeah, Helga, we can do that."
Oh boy, polyamory runs in the family. Love it.
This is such a wholesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could get your shelf all shut up. What are any sort of particular? Do you need any new fireplaces installed?
Oh, a nice hearth in the foyer would be really, really nice.
As
Uh,
part of a special we have going on, if you get our deluxe for our deluxe fireplace, will include a free uh, fondue nook in the fireplace for you.
I do love to cook. How much would the deluxe package cost?
Deluxe package will include deluxe fireplace and include all of your equipment needs. It'll be about I see you tell her your place and she has
Yeah.
she
Does she look excited to be working on such a big place?
yeah she has Seglind who is also an beautiful chair Krokra. Look it up. Uh,
It really does run in the family. Holy shit.
Wow. Wait, are they all siblings? Like
They're
all
all-
of the
yes.
pairs?
I love that. Two polycules, each married to the other siblings. That's fucking fantastic.
That
Love
is
that.
hilarious.
Coordinate
Oh my
9
goodness.
must be perfect in this extended family.
They have like one fucking like a cousin who is like straight and has like a bunch of kids, and they get like the gift Mageddon.
Okay, we gotta be friends. Like, I love how today, the interaction with NPCs is like, okay, there's one pathetic meow meow that I want to give a redemption arc in the future and befriend, and then there's just this absolutely wholesome gang of German polycules that I very much want to befriend and have over for dinner. Yeah.
I mean, we should invite them over for dinner. I mean, they're helping us decorate our house.
But yeah, for your total price, that'll be 1,000 gold for the whole house.
I'll fork up 1,000 gold.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
Yay!
Can you imagine, like, because I know, realistically speaking, this would probably be like a multi-day or like even a month-long affair, but given the fact this is a fantasy world, I would love it if just Hono and Honey come back in my next session, the house is fully decorated. Yeah. Thank you so much. We'll have to treat you and your brother's family to a nice meal after everything's sorted out.
Oh no, 99! You don't have to do that. This is all part of the job. But thank
I
you.
mean, I don't have to do that, but uh, I like helping other people. I like paying it forward.
Oh, you're so sweet, sweet handsome young man, and she just like ruffles your hair.
Uh,
Liz, you're a peach. You know, not many people who hire us are so nice.
I like to think it runs in the Somnium family.
Oh, I should have recognized your Dr. Ashton's nephew, aren't you?
Yes, just recently moved into the city.
Ah, yeah. Wunderbar, wunderbar. Dr. Ashton, what a good man. When we first moved in, he was our first customer and recommended us to all of his friends. You know.
That sounds like him. Um, well, we should probably, get going, back home, but, I cannot wait, to, see how, you and your kin, uh, uh, he would not be eyeing this much,
Yeah, that's fine.
how well you and your kin do.
Yes. Well, we'll get to work quick and as quick as we can. We'll I assume you've handed over like some spare keys
Yeah.
to these
Yeah.
guys. We'll get started immediately, and we'll work until around 7 p.m. tonight, and
Alrighty.
so you all can have some peace and quiet in the evening, and uh, we'll get back started at 7 a.m. in the morning tomorrow.
Alrighty.
And
Um,
they immediately start getting stuff up. And you saw this in the Mountaineer Furnishings, where they start packing up and start singing a German work song as they.
yeah.
Mr. Wilder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, what are you
Yeah.
guys doing now?
Um,
Got no money. Oh, no
Yeah.
more shopping. Oh no, we
Yeah.
still need to buy outfits for the
for the ball. Oh
ball,
no!
but we used all our money.
I have 9 platinum pieces. That should get us something. That should get us some nice clothes, probably.
Now, you could take on a job. Of course, you could.
That's true. We
Yeah.
could do
We could
that.
take out a job.
That's probably a good idea. We need some
Yeah.
spending money.
We need money.
Yeah.
Maybe
We're
we
running
can
out of
get a
time.
job
We're running out of time.
here.
Yeah, is there like a bar or adventurers guild or something in town where we can go look for a job board?
We could ask Dr. Astor too if he has work.
That's true.
Yeah.
Be like, money, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go to one of the bars nearby and see if there's any sort of jobs.
We could also go to one of the clothes places and see if they take quests for clothes.
That is true.
You could also. Now, of course, you could also gamble without money.
That's true.
I feel like that'll just go poorly for us.
Yeah,
That's an option, though.
we don't have Hono here. He's our good luck charm.
Yeah.
Of course, also, you could also just see if he's got any work. He's a big casino boss. He might have some work for you.
That's true. Yeah, I think Lotus is going to look at Cassandra and then look really hard at Nova and just say, "All right, we're going to go visit the Baron."
Are we gambling again?
No, we are not. No, we are not. We are going to see if he has any work that we can do.
Okay.
Because I get the feeling that if we do a job for him, we're going to get a real big payout.
Do you think we could gamble a little while we're there?
I'm going to set my foot down and say no. we cannot afford.
Okay, so when we get back then.
No.
I'll tell you what. If we do good at the job and we have free time after the gala, maybe. If things have not gone to utter shit.
That.
Yeah. This is a maybe.
I'm taking it as a yes.
Okay. Alright. Off to the Baron.
Oh man, I haven't had Kenku on this whole time. I'm sorry. I should have had
It's fine.
some little
Oh.
German beats for that little shopping section.
Oh,
It's just the
yeah.
fucking House of Holbein from Six the Musical. We must make sure the princesses look great when their time comes for a Holbein portrait. We know what all the best inventions are to hold everything out here. It's wunderbar. You bring the corsets, we'll bring the cinches. No one wants a waist over
9
inches. So once the makeup contains lead poison, at least your complexion will bring all the boys in. Gods, what an iconic song.
Can you hear music, by the way?
No.
Okay.
There it is.
All right.
No. Unless you're
Oh, and
changing
then
it.
it just died again.
Oh, did it?
It was there for a second. There we
Yeah,
There it
go.
is.
There we go.
Okay, I just turned it down a little. There we go. Okay. So, y'all find your way back to the boneyard.
The bone zone.
Mhm.
Yeah, and of course, as repeat customers, you get access to the Baron's office. And he said, come on down. What can I do for some of my favorite clientele this fine
Well,
evening?
It's, we were actually wondering if there's anything, we can do for you. We're a bit short on, money at the moment, as we just, well, we pretty much just spent everything getting our new home furnished. But we need to, get some clothes for the upcoming gala, and, we thought, the man with the biggest britches in town and his fingers in pretty much everyone's pie would probably have some real good high-paying jobs to do.
Well, now, I certainly do. Well, you know, how y'all feel about a little bounty work?
What kind of bounty?
Well, you know I'm in the business of gambling, but I do a lot of deals and such, and some people, they don't like to pay up when the papa comes a-calling, as it were. And so I need some people to, always in the market for people willing to collect some debts for me.
I could be willing.
You know, somehow I'm worried about that.
I'm so worried about that.
What kind of debt? Like, are we gonna be chopping off somebody's arm?
Oh, nothing so cool as that. Goodness gracious. What are you taking me for?
Even then, if you chop off their arm.
No, if I wanted someone dead or mangled, I'd send one of my more professional fellas after them. I don't do that too often. I just need you all to maybe spook some of the lesser clientele into paying up what they owe. Just money, favors. Some of them have certain items I've been looking for that they refuse to hand over.
I think I can be spooky.
That you can, my
I
boy.
know I can be spooky, but I don't know if I like it.
I also don't know.
You don't gotta be spooky per se, you could also be persuasive. I just need some of these contracts paid up. It doesn't matter how you do it. I'm not trying to hurt the people who did it. I just need their, what they promised me.
Oh, that seems right up your alley, Nova. I mean, you've been wanting to get better at your persuasion, haven't you?
You're right, I do.
It's good
Okay.
practice.
It's
And there's
just
no life or death stakes at hand.
You're right. There aren't. This is some good low stakes learning to persuade people.
That's
Maybe
right.
you're right. Maybe this is an opportunity.
You can feel free to be a little threatening if you want, but I would prefer if you didn't kill or hurt any of these fellas. If you need to maybe rough them up just a little bit, that's fine. But, you know, keep it reasonable. I'm a professional, you hear? This ain't a fucking mafia. I ain't in competition with that there Dawn, you know. I'm a businessman.
I love the Baron so much. Lotus has 2 hands. Who's the... Well, crass as this might sound, who's the, most valuable that we could, seek out, as it were, the highest paying?
Oh, alright. I like the way you think.
Or maybe someone to work our way up to that.
I got myself a little minor noble who thinks he's above me. You know, pushing his weight around, saying that he's of nobility and on the low council. Doesn't require him to pay up as much as he'd like to. And he's gonna...
Lotus is going to inhale and just look over at the Baron and say, "It's not Borealis, is it?"
Oh, no, that fella? No. By the way, you said your duel with him's tomorrow, right?
Yes.
No.
Word travels fast, doesn't it?
Well, you see, I have my fingers in all the gambling in town, son. Dueling's just got another way of putting money on it. And you know, despite everything, I always like betting on the underdog. And he's gonna...
Lotus will blush a little bit.
He's going to pull out from his desk a...
Here? Right now?
No!
Sorry.
pull out a rolled up scroll with a with a sort of like a purple ribbon around it, and say, "Here's his contract. His name is he's a
World.
no, he's a human low counselor by the name of Thaddeus Moore."
Where have I heard that name before?
Skyrim, isn't it?
Thaddeus might be a Skyrim name. I just pulled that out of my ass. So
I feel like there's a Skyrim quest with Thaddeus that's very similar.
There might be. Listen, nothing's original. The Simpsons did it, etc., etc. You know the
Oh
drill.
no, it's good. It's good. It's just funny.
Yeah, it's like every fantasy, every piece of fantasy media has a Magnus.
And he's actually going to undo the ribbon before he hands it over and pulls out a pair of spectacles. It just puts them on his face. You're not quite sure how they're standing there as he unfurls the scroll and says, "Yes, Thaddeus Moore bet himself a pure 100% pure crystal dragons, Elder Crystal Dragon scale. Rare quantity in these times, as it were. As well as in favor of... What on earth? Oh! Poor bastard wanted to be immortal. Them humans always wanting to get me to give them a little extra time on this happy to oblige, but they gotta pay up first. And now he's gotten cold feet. If he had at least gone through with it, I would have had a little more influence over him, but he made the deal. He's gotta follow through with it.
Sorry, did you say a dragon scale?
Yes. Oh, don't you worry. No, it's an old one from before the war, from what my understanding is, or before the
Dragon
hunts.
tales, dragon tales.
I understand if you might have a little scruples about it, though, but from what I understand, this one was slain a long time ago.
Hmm.
Dragonland.
I can certainly get you another contract if this one's a little bit out of your comfort zone. I would certainly not want you to be in a situation you find uncomfortable.
Well, I mean,
Love the Baron. I love him.
Yeah.
He's so good.
I just feel like a cleric of Feywill going after a dragon scale, like, maybe not the best idea. I don't know.
Well, if
Yeah.
it makes
Well,
you
if you're
feel
uncomfortable
better,
with it, that's fine.
if it makes you feel better, I can change it up. Or the simple fact is that he's a collector doing nothing with it. At least in my hands, I'll at least try to. I'll definitely try to make a profit off of it, but I'll be more willing to sell it back to dragons, as it were.
Yeah.
But that's up to you, my dear. I'm not going to force you to do anything you don't want.
Maybe a different contract. That just feels...
Of course, understandable. And he's gonna snap his fingers and it's gonna roll back up and tie itself. He's gonna reach into his desk again and... Jesus Christ. Pull out another contract and unfurl it and sort of say, ah! Here we go. This one is for a certain one of the another low council member. They love coming here in their spare time, you know. The high council are a little above it sometimes, but low council, I tell you what, I have nearly half of them come in here from time to time. All of them think they're special. But you know, they're elected officials. They ain't no more special than anyone else. And he's gonna unroll it and say, "Ah, yes, this one's a half orc by the name of Malachite. And she has a Sylphe bargain, whereupon she bet," and he's gonna sort of like look closer at the scroll. "I swear my eyes are going." He gives out
Lotus will not make any comment about the empty eye sockets.
He's like laughing at that. And he says, "Yes, I have from her that she has in her possession a genuine unicorn horn that she bet in favor of." What did she bet for? Ah, yes. Interesting. She wanted herself a, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry, I had a little gas bubble there. She wanted herself a luck blade. Huh. What's she gonna do with some wishes, I wonder? But that's none of my concern. Fact is that her time has passed and she has refused to pay up after losing her bet. And I need you to collect that unicorn horn from her.
Alright. That
Yeah, that
sounds
seems...
easy enough.
Yeah.
But he's going to hand you the contract and say, as part of the contract, you'll be able to cast suggestion on her for free, using your spellcasting modifier. But, you know,
My what?
you know what that is, son. Don't you play dumb with me. We'll do a little metaphysical shenanigans here. It's like saving your game. You know what I mean. Anyways, using your own spell power, as it were. However, she can still resist it, so, if you can persuade her normally, that's more than enough, but use that suggestion to your advantage. And he hands you guys the contract.
Hell yeah.
And as soon as you take it, you instantly know where she is.
Oh, handy.
Yeah. And anything else?
Eye fingerer.
He sort of like makes a motion as if he's dunking his thumb into something, and suddenly a plum appears on his finger.
Oh, fun. That's handy. Snacks from nowhere.
Anyways, anything else I can help you all with?
Well,
Not
given the fact
today.
that you yourself said, you're, probably outside of my uncle, the highest class person that, I know. Do you have any recommendations for good quality, tailors or designers where we could get our clothing done once we get our payment?
He snaps his fingers and reaches into his coat and pulls out a business card.
A lot of business cards today.
And let's see, silver stitches and an address on it. Says, that's where I get all my tailoring done. And they make house calls, which is convenient. You know, considering due to extra planar bullshit, I can't actually leave this casino myself.
That is mighty unfortunate.
You know, it's partially in Rockalon, partially in Relira. That sort of deal.
I must say, gotta envy the tailor. Must be nice to get your hat. Like, I think Lotus, starts speaking before he even realizes he's, saying it out loud. And it's just like, welp, it's already happening. Like, you know the clip of, Barbara Dunkelman talking about how she was at Supernova and she's been hanging out with Australians all week, and everyone's like, alright, remember, this is a all family event, so please don't say anything untoward during the opening speech. And she just says, and before I even knew what was happening, I get up on stage, I couldn't stop my own words. I say, what's up, you fucking cunt? That's the Lotus right now, and he just says, I must admit, I envy the tailor being able to put hands on you. I'm gonna go now. Business.
Anyways, I'm certainly more than happy to indulge that in the future, Lotus, but, come by when you're a little less busy.
Yeah, business, unicorn horn. Walking out the door.
Takes a big puff of his cigar and blows out, and the smoke forms a heart that sort of winks at you before it disappears.
As soon as they walk out the door, Lotus is like, oh, gods help me, there are too many handsome men in my life.
I can see how that would be stressful.
Yep. Finding the lady, getting the horn.
Alright, let's do this.
Yeah, this can't go bad at all.
Wait. Okay. Cassandra, here's the plan. You can cast suggestion on them. If they don't give it to you, I can do this. And he is going to turn wait. Okay, which would be like a more convincing pet of like some rich people that could also conceivably steal something? A snake, a spider, hold on.
Or, and just hear me out,
Uh-huh.
what if I talked to them?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we're going to try talking, but, you know, a contingency plan is good. I'm not going to hurt anyone. I just want to...
I know.
I want to be sneaky.
I feel like suggestion should be backup.
Yeah. So we have double backup. Got it.
Mhm. Okay. Alright.
Why can't I look at the animals that I can turn into with wild shape? It just tells me that I can't, like, what I can and can't do.
Huh. Hold on. There's extras. Manage extras. Wild shape. Are you on extras?
I was on features and traits.
No, you gotta go to extras and manage extras and then add an extra wild shape.
Oh, that's nifty.
Yeah, and you can add as many as you want. As long
At
as
my level, it's 1/2 or below, right? Because I'm not a moon druid.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah. I could turn into a. I could go into Bingus hours again. Cats seem shifty enough.
A hairless cat with like a fancy gold collar.
Yeah, and lots of inconspicuous Lotus-themed jewelry.
I mean, as like a rich lady pet that works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could be a crab.
Mm-hmm. Crabs are cool.
Ferret.
Ferrets are good. I like ferrets. Yeah, you know what? Lotus is going to leap up towards Cassandra, just and mid-jump turn into Bingus cat.
Yeah, she just kind of steps back and is like, wait. Oh, okay.
Just
Quick look
lands
down,
on her
she's like,
shoulder.
Yeah. All right. So you all head over through the upper district and manage to find the manse of Malachite. And you realize, as you're sort of doing this, that the low councilmen actually usually have a lot less fancy houses. And she is no exception, whereas even you guys have like a bigger mansion than she does.
Ooh.
And instead of having like a whole squadron of guards, she has like this like one city watchman sort of like near her door.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's like, "Hey, do you all have business with Councilwoman Malachite?"
Yes, we do actually. We're here to speak with her.
All right. Go on
Okay. Right this way.
in. Actually, no. Make me a persuasion check first.
Alright.
He needs to be a little suspicious. That's too easy. He needs to be a little.
14.
Alright, say no more.
14. Yeah, he believes you. All right, go on in.
Alright.
Okay, I believe.
Alright, thank you.
Then.
Go on in.
As you go in, you sort of walk into, instead of like an entryway, the sort of like entryway of this house has like almost been converted into like an office.
Oh, okay.
Which kind of makes sense. Like, oh, you get the idea that she might see a lot of people in her day. You also, Lotus, you know this. I should have told you this earlier, but you would know this, that lower councilmen can actually just get, like, normal people visiting them because,
They're more approachable.
Yeah, they're elected officials. Like,
Yeah.
usually lower outer city people don't come by, but like middle and inner city can.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, you see this massive 6'7" orc woman. She's not super muscular, but she's got like that sort of like slender fit build where she's got a little bit of lean muscle in there. She's wearing a sort of fancy, almost like men's astral elf like masquerade suit. No mask. She does have like one of those duelist capes, but instead of a saber or rapier, you see that on her back she has a great axe that's just sort of like hung there a little bit.
I almost feel bad.
Huh?
I almost feel bad that we're coming to take the unicorn horn.
And she's like,
He sounds cool.
hello, citizens. How can what can I do for you today?
Meow.
Yeah, she does have like a sort of gruff voice to her.
What was her name again? It was
Malachite.
No, okay. Hello, you are Miss Malachite?
Yes.
It's nice to meet you. We're actually here to pick something up. We heard, as we understand it, there's a unicorn that you need delivered to the Baron.
The unicorn horn.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. That's what I meant. I thought I said. My bad. Alright, where's your unicorn?
She sort of
unicorn
sighs
horn.
and says, "Listen, I'm not that. You can tell that damn skeleton. I'm not paying him. I'm not going back there."
Oh, you don't have to go back there, but we will need to take him the unicorn horn.
She sort of growls and says, Listen, I shouldn't have bet it. It's a family heirloom. I'm not giving it over."
Listen, I understand betting something you feel like you shouldn't have bet. I've done the same thing.
That's my intelligence! And so did this dumbass cat!
Hey, I want it back.
One of the times.
Yeah. I understand that, but unfortunately, that doesn't change the fact that you still need to pay. I'm sure the Baron would be willing to let you make a deal to try to win it back.
That's his problem. He always is willing to let you try again and again and again.
I know, isn't that what it makes it so exciting to bet?
Make me a persuasion check with advantage.
You know what? You're right.
24.
She sort of sighs and says, "Fine. and she's gonna step out from behind her desk and open up the door behind her, and she's gonna be gone for like a couple minutes, and comes back with a unicorn horn attached to a wooden, sort of like almost like a lance sort of deal. It's clear that it's not an actual weapon. It's like more like a decorative piece.
Ceremonial decorative.
I will say, when she comes back out of the door, Bingus Lotus is waiting directly outside for her, just staring up at her with big, stupid-looking eyes.
She's gonna look at you, reach into her pocket.
Sorry about the cat.
She reaches into her pocket, pulls out like a piece of like dried meat, and like throws it on the floor.
Lotus is committed to the bit. He'll leave it.
It's like a.
Oh,
it's
sorry.
like,
Yeah.
it's like a dry. It's like one of those like little tiny Thai dried fish. It's,
Yeah.
She's like apparently got like a little sack of them for snacking on.
I love that.
That's awesome.
You a cat person
And-
yourself?
No, I just I like these a lot, and I know cats like them. And she's gonna pop the unicorn horn off the pole and says, "You guys don't need the pole, do you?"
I don't think so.
All right. Tell him I'm sorry. Tell him
I'm sure he'll be very understanding. Don't worry.
Tell him I'll be back this weekend to try and win it back. Damn bastard.
I'll ask him to keep it on hand for you.
And she's gonna say, "Now get out of here. I got actual work to do."
Yeah.
We'll get out of your way. Thank you very much.
Wait. Hold on. Because Lotus is in little shit mode, he will stand up like this in cat form and shuffle over Cassandra.
Cassandra, pick him up before he does something ridiculous.
I'm trying to lead him up.
Weird.
Hide it.
Yeah.
Like he was just reaching up to be picked up.
Does Malachite have any reaction to seeing the cat do that?
She's like doing paper, but you hear her like mutter under her breath, "That's a weird fucking cat."
Yeah.
know the half of it.
Yeah, so you
See,
know
this
that-
is the optimal
Here
way
we
to
go.
use wild
Here we
shape if
go.
you're not a moon druid. It's just be a weird son of a bitch.
you guys have the unicorn horn.
Yeah.
I'll put it in my bag and we'll go.
Back
Yeah.
We
with the
head
boat, man.
right back to the Baron.
Alright, it doesn't take you that long to... This whole, like, process of, like... Ever since you left your uncle's house and went on these errands, it's taken you maybe about 4 hours total.
Yeah.
And you're back at the Baron's office. He says, "Ah, welcome back, my friends. How was the collection, as it were?"
It went very well. She was very understanding.
Ah,
Oh, so how long had it been since we went there? Because I can
Oh, if
stay
you're
in
still
wild
cat.
shape. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're still a cat. It's been like
Okay.
maybe an hour and a half at most.
Okay.
Excellent. Then he sort of like looks at you guys expectantly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well. Don't be shy. Let the man have his horn.
It's
Yeah, I hand over the horn.
he's gonna take it and look it over.
Put your hand on the horn.
Gonna sort of take like his sort of like do like his middle finger and thumb together and sort of like plink it and listen to the resonance.
The ring.
Yeah, it says, "Yep, that's a genuine 100% unicorn horn." Excellent.
She also asked us if you would be willing to keep it on hand until she said this weekend, I believe, when she would come and try to win it back because of the sentimental value.
Of course. Understandable. I'll put this in my vault. I don't have any plans for it just yet. I'll certainly let her try to win it back. That's what the game's all about, isn't it?
I'm sure she'll appreciate that. She seemed very fired up about it.
I can tell you and her are kindred spirits. You know, a lot of these fellas,
Absolutely.
they just need a little persuasion. Which is why I like sending people like you to go collect, you know? It's a little less threatening, a little more, hey, come on, pay your debts, be fair.
Yes, it honestly was a very pleasurable job.
Excellent. And he's going to pull out a large sack and put it on the desk. A coin purse and put it on the desk.
I didn't imagine anything else.
I know Lotus is fucking thinking other stuff. Anyway, yeah, I
He's
heard.
putting his hefty, heavy sack on the desk.
And yeah, it's a big coin purse of very fine purple leather.
Ooh.
And
Thank you very much.
Opening it is 1,000 platinum in it.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Hold on, how many gold pieces is that?
10,000?
Holy shit! We gotta do more jobs for the Baron! Good god!
Holy cow!
Alright!
We have
Wow.
5 people in the party, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Divided by 5.
Oh, that's 2,000.
That's 200 gold pieces each.
Or
2,000 gold each.
Okay.
Yeah, 200 platinum, 2,000. Yeah, 200 platinum each.
Holy shit.
Don't ever let anyone tell you I'm not a generous.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna ping Ginger and Hello and say, hey, add 200 platinum.
You don't tell them why until the next
Yeah.
session.
Of course,
Yeah.
if you want.
Not to tell them why
You're
until
more
the
than
next
welcome.
session.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Of course, if you also want, you're more than welcome to spend it here.
Cassandra is already grabbing Nova. No.
I'm just kidding.
Not right
Hey,
now. We
while
need
you're
this for the
here,
close.
while you're here, you want to taste the fruits of your last labor? And he's gonna pull out this big clay jug that's got triple X and angel wings on the side of it.
Okay. Just
No elaboration. We're committed
no.
to
Just
this.
I'm just gonna. I'm
We do
just
not
doing
give the
smiley face.
context.
I'm just
You
doing.
do not
smiley
give an
face.
answer.
Can I do a smiley face?
Yes, do a smiley.
Yes.
Eto. Anyways, he's going to take a fancy crystal glass and one of those big like ice spheres, and like sort of pour this like golden like actual looking like sort of like almost like molten gold slightly, but like clear.
Ooh.
So piss. Looks
No.
like piss.
No, come on.
No. It's like metallic.
Yeah, like actually metallic.
Okay, well, when I hear molten gold but clear,
It's got like
I
a sort
don't
of
But
know.
it's shinier.
yeah, it's shiny.
It's translucent liquid gold.
Yeah.
Champagne.
This is angel blood shine, one of my personal recipes. Was wondering if you all wanted to try a little taste while you were here.
Lotus will dismiss cat form after getting off of Cassandra. After getting off
I was gonna say.
and we'll say, I will certainly try it.
Oh, Nova will cock his head this time and said, "Is it made with angel blood?"
Yes. It's made with
And,
that
he'll
celestial blood.
Oh, yeah. Oh! Well, I did just learn that blood is a normal thing to eat. So I'll try some.
It is not. It is not. Not for most people.
Oh, come on. I know plenty of vampires. Ain't no big deal.
See, he says so too. Don't worry, you're normal.
Sure.
How about you, Cassandra?
No thanks, not really.
Yeah, hey priest, do you want to drink god blood?
Of course,
He's
it's part of my
going
religion.
He's, the body and blood.
Yeah!
The flesh and the fruit, and the blood
And he's
and
gonna
the wine.
he's gonna pour both
Bad
of
in his blood.
you a crystal, one of those crystal whiskey glasses of it with one of those ice spheres. Notably, you notice that these ice spheres seem to never melt.
Ooh, fun.
Enchanted so that they don't melt into dilute the alcohol when they melt.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and he's gonna hold out his glass.
I'm just imagining the thermodynamics of this. Sorry, go on.
Cheers, fellas.
Cheers. What do I do now?
Cheers.
Clink your glasses together.
Oh, okay. Clink.
And he's gonna knock his head back and take a little sip of it. And
I'll emulate him as best as possible.
This is quite a unique taste. I'm sure both of you have had liquor before, of some kind.
Have
Me?
I? I
I'm
don't.
Oh, you mean in game?
Yeah, in game.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
Lotus has probably had some form of liquor,
So it's got. There's a warmth to it. There's no burn.
yeah.
There's a warmth and this sort of it's instant fuzzy feeling in your chest.
Ooh, fun.
Very, very tingly and pleasant.
What's the flavor?
The flavor is your happiest memory you could ever imagine.
Ooh.
Okay. Does that affect the wall at all? Out of curiosity.
You make me a wisdom saving throw, baby.
I'm so glad I remembered to ask about that when you said that. 22.
So you just get this vague sense of pleasant, more pleasant times. You're there's this sort of memory of you sitting under the stars next to in this area past the Druid Grove where there's this opening in the trees and there's this babbling brook next to you. And you're just sort of laying your head on the chest of someone who you can't see. It's just sort of vague shape.
Yeah.
Of a person.
Yeah, I think there's little tears of joy streaming down Lotus's eyes.
Ain't nothing like it.
That was astoundingly pleasant.
Angel.
That was incredible.
Angel blood's quite the potent liquor if you know how to make it. I got some friends on the other side who taught me how, as it were.
See. Alright. Well, it's been a long day, but we'll probably be back at another point for future business.
Please come by. More than happy to do more business, offer you more jobs, play a little game or two. Oh, and if you have
I look forward to it.
And remember, if you got any rare or unique items you need dealt with or perhaps need found, come to me. I'll be more than happy to look into it for you.
Of course.
I'll wait until we leave to ask this.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have a good day, Baron. See you around.
Bonsoir.
Mm-hmm.
Once we head out, I'll whisper to Lotus and Cassandra and say, do you think that he could help us get our hands on more of the
Sodstones?
sunstones?
Oh.
I feel like if there's anyone in town who has an idea as to where they could be, he's the person to ask.
We should probably come back and check about that at some point then.
Indeed.
Yeah. I didn't know how public we wanted to make our search for them to be.
Yeah.
Now,
Probably not super public.
now the question.
But what would we... Oh, sorry.
No, you go first. You go first.
But what would we have to bet to get something back?
Well, he doesn't... I mean... I don't think that... He's shown that if we're doing jobs for him and just asking questions, that we don't have to bet to ask him a question or to do business.
Yeah, I assume that
He's
in
a
order to
reasonable
acquire
person.
one, it probably... yeah. Well, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. If we're
Yeah,
just
it's
asking
reasonable.
if we're asking where we might find one, I don't think he's going to make us gamble for that.
I think he might make us at least trade something for it, though.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just have to... Oh, sorry.
Yeah. All things considered, I think... I don't think he's going to try to fleece us for everything we're worth if we're just asking for intel.
Oh, no.
We'll just have to keep our eyes open for more celestial metal or something to trade.
Yeah.
Alright. Back home, rest up before duel tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right.
Do you wanna... If we still have... Well, I don't know what time of night it is, but if you wanna practice a bit with that new sword of yours before the duel tomorrow, I can help out with that.
I would be honored. I'm not exactly the best with swordplay, so practicing with an ally who is probably the best way to improve.
Alright. Although I'll probably need I don't have a sword on me either, so I'll need to find a dueling sword of some kind to use to practice with you.
I am grabbing all of the healing supplies for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All the healing spells, all of the...
All the do here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I absolutely have Death Ward prepared.
I mean, you don't need to. There is clerics on standby on
I,
this.
kn- I know.
Yeah, but
Oh,
I got
okay.
you.
I know. But or wait, no, it's not. Oh, wait, I don't have Death Ward. I'm thinking of the wrong
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, you're a paladin. I don't think paladin.
I was gonna say that's a higher
Yeah.
level.
Could Lotus have attuned to
I was
comment
thinking a
while we
warding
were
comment.
going about our business?
Yes, you could
Okay.
have.
Alrighty. Does using haste from comment count as magic?
No, because it is part of the sword itself. It's not
Okay.
a spell that's cast on you. You are under the effects of haste as soon as you draw
Okay.
the sword.
Okay,
And it does not
question.
expire.
Okay. Question then. Since haste is a concentration spell, would that also okay. Yeah.
It's
I
on
was
the
just
sword.
curious.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just making sure you know. It is on. It is of the sword.
Yeah. Well, my question is if that would synergize with Lotus's dream bullshit at all.
Yeah, I understand, but
Yeah.
it's part of the sword. It is all
Yeah.
the sword's magic.
Alrighty.
Which
Good to
you
know.
can use a magic sword in a duel. That's fine.
Okay. Alrighty then.
You just can't like cast a spell directly or like,
Yeah.
any effects
Alrighty.
that your sword gives you is fine.
Alrighty. Good to know. Yeah. Practice, practice, practice.
Okay. And get a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for those that sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
gonna switch up the spells
yeah.
for healing.
Yeah,
How
let
many
me
days
quickly
has it
install
been
this.
since Lotus drank his dream wine?
It's probably been about 2 days.
Yeah. So probably best to start off the next morning with a little sippy sip.
Mm-hmm. That's some good vintage.
Yeah, good vintage. Yum yum. How many cups worth of dream wine do I have left?
You probably have maybe about 10 left.
Okay, yeah. And given the fact that Lotus only needs to do this like every 3 days, maximum, like it'll last him a while longer, and he can probably either
Also,
talk to
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
yeah.
I'm assuming that no magic means no recast magic from other people.
Probably. What did I
Yeah,
name? What name did I give the serpent again? It was Belladonna, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Sorry.
See, Belladonna sounds familiar, but that also could be because I had a druid named Belladonna. I guess we'll ask
Oh,
Vic when they get back. I
Yeah.
want to say it was Belladonna, though. Either that or Nightshade, which, I mean, is still Belladonna.
Yeah.
yeah.
Could always just you call him Snaky Snake.
Yeah. But yeah, my reason I was wondering that is I feel like I could ask the serpent as to how I might be able to prepare my own dream wine if I don't feel like asking.
Hello. I'm back.
Hello.
Hey,
Do you remember what name I gave the serpent? I feel like it was Belladonna or Nightshade,
It was
but
Belladonna.
okay, I thought so.
Also, I did hear what you guys were saying a little bit as I left.
Yeah.
Just to clarify, here's how the rules work. You yourself can't cast magic. You can't
Yeah.
cast any spells through magic items. However, any magic items that have a magical effect, such as
Yeah.
swords or rings or cloaks or whatever, that are
Yeah.
innate are fine. But anything that
Mhm.
requires activation is out of the question. So
All right.
okay.
no pre-battle
Um.
Yeah.
buffs. You can put on maybe your partners can your friends can give you like a magic item they have and you can attune to it for the fight, but like
Yeah.
you can't have any buffs on you.
Yeah. The other thing is, I was wondering if I could ask Belladonna how I might be able to make my own dream wine, so I'm not constantly having to, slurp on
It's
friends or allies.
unfortunately you're going to be unable to do that as
Mm,
the nature of our deal cuts you off from the dream veil.
uh,
You have to
oh
be
well.
able to travel into the dream veil to make dream wine.
All right then. I suppose that'll be a conversation to have with checking NPC log. Um,
Or PC log.
yeah.
Hmm.
You
That
could probably purchase some here. This is a quite a rich district. You might be able to just find some in a store somewhere.
fair. Barring that, I could ask Tavia if she can help me procure some. She
Hmm.
was the one who gave me this bottle in the first place.
Hmm.
All
Yes.
right then. Uh, ready to be my co-pilot for putting a shifty little bastard in his place?
Yes, indeed.
All right then. Um, uh, Lotus will. I think he'll be up early. Um, after his stream wine, and I think he will make breakfast for everyone.
Hmm.
Breakfast today is strawberry crepes with whipped cream and homemade whipped cream, mind you. and mushroom bacon and cheese omelets with fresh basil.
Ooh, delicious.
Yum.
Also, there's a knock on your door.
Oh boy. Um, Lotus will grab his staff after he finishes making breakfast, and he will hold that just in case as he goes to um, walk to the door. He is going to, before opening it, look through the little peephole. Is there a peephole?
There is.
Yeah, he'll look through. Who is it?
It's Rizal.
Oh, um, he will open it and say, "Oh, hello there."
What's your AC again?
What?
Uh, uh,
What?
it 15.
You are invisibly slapped by something as Rizal just sort of like glares at you. And then she says, I can fight my own battles, but I appreciate what you're doing.
Here's the thing. One, ow. Two, I I he sort of like rubs his cheek. Fuck that hurt.
You like.
I will yeah,
What's
I
your
will
passive
say
perception, by the way?
yeah. Um passive perception is 15.
You see like this faint like figure that sort of like has like its arm like as if it just slapped you and then sort of like fade back into
Yeah.
Rizal.
I will say please don't hit me again. I really don't like being hit by family. Um
Understandable. However, I don't appreciate you fighting my battles for me.
I understand that, but I did not see that as me fighting your battle. Rather, my interpretation was that he was constantly hounding me on, causing problems for me, when I just wanted to ask directions for a good uh, place to get furniture, and then he brought you into it. So, in my mind, it was my battle, and then he called me, and he called Uncle a coward. And as I stated to Uncle Aster, I am not comfortable repeating what he called you. So I see this as, well, my battle as well.
Fine. Sorry for sorry for slapping you.
It's fine. I I know there was no actual malice behind it, so I will let it slide.
And she is going to pull you into a hug though.
Yeah, I'll hug her back. I just finished making breakfast if you feel like staying over for a meal.
Oh, also your signal's getting a little roboty.
Oh. Yeah, I've been having a lot of problems with connection these past couple days. Like the
That
other
sounds
night I
fun
was
to me.
lagging super bad in League.
Mm. But yeah, she comes in and joins y'all for breakfast.
The others are the others awake yet?
I would. That's up to
I
you.
mean, I am.
Yeah.
Cassandra would be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I am not the type of person to take other people's battles when I know they are capable, and that was never my intention here.
Very well. I do appreciate you standing up for me. My 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 birth father would have been a little upset if I had let someone else fight my battles, and I
Yeah.
sorry.
It's fine. Like, I see where you're coming from, and like I said, it was never my thought that it could be construed that way. I
Hmm.
I look out for me and mine.
Hmm. But yeah, she'll join you for breakfast.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Also,
Uh,
if you're curious, Rizal's class is that she is a Stars Druid and Astral Self Monk.
love that.
Ooh.
She literally has slapped you with her stand.
I love that.
Starfall.
I summon my stand, Cosmic Love!
Oh, her stand's name is Starfall, but Cosmic Love is really good.
Yeah. Sorry, I just remembered that stands are named after, like, songs or
Yeah.
artists, and immediately
Yeah.
thought of Florence and the Machine.
Ooh, that is
Ooh.
good.
That is really
Anyways.
good.
Florence and the Machine isn't just a stand, that's a whole ass, like, user and stand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, so
Yeah.
you guys have breakfast,
Hmm.
and
Head to the dueling hall.
yeah, there's a
Okay.
surprisingly big crowd of people there.
Oh, wow.
And you actually see in the like noble seats, the dueling hall is sort of like set up almost is literally just sort of like more of like a arena. Like it's
Stadium.
yeah, it's about like the size of like a nice high school basketball court, but
Yeah.
like a lot nicer than just like that's like about the size of it. And
Right.
you actually see in like the upper box that Aurora and Aurora is sitting at one of the upper boxes, and Dr. Astor is sitting in the other one,
Hmm.
and you could just see that they kind of like are trading glares across the stadium at each other.
Love that.
Uh-huh.
And there's a small posse of people at the other end of the stadium over near
Yeah.
Borealis.
Borealis's crew of hooligans.
Yeah,
Those rapscallions. Yeah.
rapscallions, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
surprisingly, a tall, handsome human figure in a golden dueling outfit, who's sort of
Uh-huh.
like giving him a pep talk. He
Huh.
seems to be, from what you can tell, like someone connected to the Solar Legion.
Mm.
Hmm.
Yeah. I wonder if Borealis knows just truly how, like, deep this goes. Like, if he knows exactly what the Solar Legion and by proxy his father are planning.
I mean, you don't know. I mean,
I'm hoping we can fix this guy.
to be
I
fair, he's
hope.
like
Yeah,
about
me
like
too.
he's about like the equivalent of like maybe 1822 range,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
young
Yeah.
I'm
adult.
hoping we can fix this
He's
guy.
ready to have his mind changed. I can tell.
Yeah.
By the end of this campaign, he will be a friend.
Yeah, but we're about to give this guy the Weishney development if we can help
Yes.
it.
Hmm. And
Yeah.
he's going to you're going you and the referee is an older astral elf. Seems to be about a little older than Dr. Astor's age.
Hmm.
Not quite as old as Lunarium, though. That motherfucker,
Yeah.
it's ancient.
Ancient.
uh,
If astral elves had the equivalent of a great worm.
yeah, this guy is just like probably in like the human equivalent of like his 80s or something.
Yeah.
Whereas if there is no human equivalent of
What
Lunar,
the fuck Lunarium is.
it would be
Yeah.
like 200.
Yeah.
Anyways, you actually sort of see this human Borealis
Papa
on the
Papa.
clap Borealis on the back, and sort of hear like a you got this, tiger, kind of. And Borealis takes off his mask and his like sort of fancy hat that he was wearing. See that his hair is like close cropped in like this brilliant, vibrant green.
Yeah.
Same as the colors of his house, and same color
Yeah.
of hair as Doctor, or not Doctor After, of Aurora.
Yeah. I think Lotus's hair is done back in a sort of very ornate, like Viking like plated bun.
Ooh, I
Um
love that.
to sort of just
Ooh.
keep things out of his face. Most notably, though, he is still securing it with the sticks of living flowers, bioluminescent from Moon Tier. Um,
Yeah.
Lotus will take a professional and friendly bow.
Borealis will actually return it, surprisingly elegant and courteous looking.
Mm,
Uh, and the referee will step in and announce the two of you, uh, Borealis Delphinium, son of Aurora Delphinium, etc., etc., fancy titles.
yeah,
Surprisingly, actually, he doesn't actually have that many fancy titles. It's like
yeah,
Aurora doesn't actually have that many titles
yeah.
either.
I will say, Lotus has like tucked the, like he's actually wearing pants for once.
Yeah.
He has also tucked the skirt of his robe, into these sort of, admittedly like comfortably and like practically loose pants. So he is still like bearing part of his chest and stomach, really making sure that the scars from the Solar Legion are visible, and that he is not ashamed of them. And most notably, he is also not wearing a lace choker or necklace that hides the scar around his neck where he was nearly decapitated. He is letting that show.
Uh, all right. In all fairness, as I didn't mention this, but I forgot to. You notice that actually, after he took off his mask, that uh, sorry, Borealis's left eye is completely blind, and he has this
Mm,
horrible, like, nasty scar running across part of his face as well.
mm,
Uh, and he sort of like you can tell that he's like looking you up and down, and he does sort of like do that sort of like like nod, like head shake of like, oh, all right, all right.
like all right is in hot, or all right is in respect.
Maybe a little column A, a little column B. You can't
Mm,
tell quite
yeah,
off. But yeah, you're announced, and the referee says, "All right, are you both familiar with the rules?"
uh, yes,
All right, I want a good, beautiful fight here. Make sure to put on a show worthy of the art of dueling.
yeah.
And draw your swords.
Lotus will immediately draw Comet and make sure it is visible for all in the arena.
There's like an audible like gasp from like several like from the arena and even the referee. Uh, and even Borealis takes like a moment and pauses and sort of like sees like he's just like not respect but like actual reverence at looking at this sword.
Ooh.
And then he's going to nod and he's going to hand his like the sword that's at his waist back to his entourage, and they're going to hand over a different sword to him.
Mhm. Okay, so I have a +2 bonus to AC, which brings me up to 17.
Mm-hmm.
Have advantage on dex saves, and I get an additional action.
Mm-hmm.
Fun
So yeah,
fact.
you can attack twice now.
Yeah.
And he
Right.
is going to draw this. It's a saber that has this like sort of. No, actually, no, it's a rapier, not a saber. This one is a rapier, and
Yeah.
it's got this pure, like almost like white sheath to it.
Yeah.
And
I really need to take the tough feat soon.
he
With as
draws
much bullshit as I do.
he draws it, and it does not appear to have a blade.
Hmm.
You see it move for a brief second, and like it sort of distorts the air around it, but it's almost completely transparent, save for like a slightly darker than like the ambient light of the area.
Interesting. Initiative?
Yes, roll initiative.
Let me double
Master
check
Elf
something.
Noble. Hold on a second, and get some fucking duel music.
10. I'm definitely going at last, but that's not the worst thing.
Ah, shit, he got a 26.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's a nat 20. That's gonna be a 28.
Ooh. Yeah. Initiative is not my strong suit. I should probably try to... Now that I have wisdom and constitution at 20, I should probably try to focus on getting my dex up.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Where did I put the stat block for that? Astral...
Either that or strength. I mean, probably dex, though.
Astral
'cause-
Elf Aristocrat. Alright. So, we begin. He's going to go first, and I gotta turn this down just a little bit. Hold on.
Yeah. All good, all good.
Good music.
He's going to take a classic sort of duelist pose, one arm behind the back, right foot forward, and he's going to lunge at you with this almost invisible blade as he makes an attack roll.
Alright.
Your AC is 17, correct?
Yes.
Alright. It's going to be...
Oh, it's raining.
That's going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
It's going to be... for physical... and... 8 psychic damage.
So 12 damage total.
And he's going to make another attack. He gets 3 attacks.
Oh.
Unfortunate. That's gonna miss.
Yay, miss again.
Unfortunately, that is a nat 20.
Oh.
Oh.
It's fine, it's fine.
So... it's gonna be... 9 physical.
Okay.
Oh wait, that's not a d6, hold on. 4... lucked out a little bit. 6 psychic damage.
So 10 more damage.
Yep.
Yeah. Lotus will grit his teeth and unconsciously pierce his lips with his fangs, and will just look at the other guy and say, "Alright then, my turn." And will go to attack with Comet.
Alright. Roll to hit.
The first one is a 16 to hit. It was almost a
that
misses.
hits.
Oh, excellent. 5 points physical slashing damage. Let me roll the 4d6. Cold. 14 points of cold damage.
Alright, so that's a total of 17, yeah?
Yep. Lotus will then um faint like he's going like this is just flavor. He will faint like he's going for a low blow to the to Borealis's leg, and will then instead go for the stomach.
All right. Make a attack roll.
That is a 23 to hit.
All right, that's gonna hit.
10 points of physical damage.
All right.
And 12 points of cold.
All right.
Yeah, and I think all the while, Lotus is just standing there taking hits. It's very clear that his fighting style with a group is also similar to how he takes it in general, of just being reactive rather than proactive.
Mm-hmm. He's going.
And yeah,
Is that your turn?
Yeah, because I don't have anything that I could do as a bonus action that wouldn't be magical.
He's going to sort of. You see that, like, he's like sort of starting to shiver slightly. But he's going to sort of smile slightly. It's like a surprisingly genuine one as he lunges forward again, and he's going to try to hit you. That's gonna miss. That's gonna miss again. Fuck, that's a nat 20 though.
Yeah, I think Lotus is, because he's still trying to be reactive, those two misses, he's just very, like, subtly, like, dodging, like, one way, then to the other, sucking in his stomach as well to, you know, try to not get the hit in, and then, like, I think because it's very clear how his fighting style is, I think, do correct me if I'm wrong, but I think flavor-wise, it's just he's anticipating Lotus to react, so he just goes where he thinks he's going.
That's gonna be, by the way, that's gonna be 5 physical and 11 psychic damage.
Yeah. Yeah, I do think the psychic damage is definitely getting to Lotus, because I think it is, like, just bringing up his worst memories, and the fact that there is Solar Legion in the arena. He looks... I think it's very clear he is frightened and is trying to not look like it.
Also, I'm going to need you to, on this one, make me a wisdom saving throw.
24.
24? Alright. Alright. And then he's going to use second wind. Or not second wind, no wait, that's right, that is second wind. And attack you 3 more times.
Wait, no, second wind is a
That's
heal.
action surge.
Oh,
Yeah.
action surge. That is. I'm sorry. Action surge and hit you 3 more times.
I don't suppose that Balm of the Summer Court can be used to heal myself if fighters can do this bullshit.
No, he actually. Is that magical?
It's a druid. It is a trait from Circle of the Dreams druid, and it is an innate thing that they can do.
I'm gonna say that yes, you can do that probably.
All right.
This is a fight. This is a fight to basically the death or surrender, basically.
Yeah.
Except
All right.
it's not permanent. So like you can use
Yeah.
any innate ability that isn't like
Okay.
casting a spell.
I don't think you'll let me retcon to go back and do that, but
No, but you
yeah,
can do it.
I'll do it if I survive these next few
Okay,
hits. With
so-
any luck, I will.
It's gonna be. Yours is a 17 to hit. That's gonna miss. Miss. That's gonna hit. It's gonna be 6 physical damage and 8 psychic damage.
Still up, baby.
And I'm going to need you to make me a charisma saving throw this time.
Oh, that one's rougher.
Yeah.
17.
17. That's enough for you.
Excellent.
That's enough for that. So, it is now your turn.
Yeah. Lotus is going to roll his shoulders back and is going to cup a hand over his mouth as though he's blowing a kiss. And from his mouth, this twinkling mist is going to surround him with this sort of perfume-like scent. And it'll slowly dissipate, all the while mending his hurts as he uses all of his Balm of the Summer Court die.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be 6d6 healing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Lotus is going to heal 26 HP.
Awesome.
And that's only his bonus action, by the way. He is then going to attack with Comet once more. 13 to hit will miss, I assume.
13 will miss him, yes.
Yeah. Second attack is a 21 to hit. 10 points of slashing damage.
Alright.
And 15 points of cold.
Alright. How much is that total?
25.
Alright, is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Alright, he is going to
How's he looking?
He's looking rough, but he's going to use Second Wind to heal himself this time.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have enough D10s? Well, fuck it. We'll eyeball it on this a little bit. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm sort of modifying the stat block on the fly.
It's okay, it's okay.
This is the Astral Elf Aristocrat stat block, but instead of magic, he's got fighter abilities.
Alrighty.
And a couple of magic items.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be... plus... 13... plus...
That's a lot of dice that I heard. I don't like that.
That is a lot of dice.
Wait, oh fuck.
And second wind is a D10. That's a lot of D10s.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Alright. That's it. He's looking much better now.
Okay, well, at the very least, second wind is an action, if I remember correctly. Compared to my healing, which was a bonus action. So that's one of his actions down.
Yes. So he is going to still attack you with 2 attacks. That's gonna hit.
Okay.
And on this one, his sword seems to flare with like this inner light that sort of colors the blade a more visible purple, which is going to make up the psychic damage on it. And that's going to be 5 physical damage and 15 psychic damage. I need you to make me into an intelligence saving throw.
No.
No.
If only we had gambled it all away.
If only I was closer.
16.
16, that's enough for you.
Ugh.
Whew.
Ooh. You hear a serpentine scream of pain inside your head.
No! I think Lotus looks genuinely worried, and he looks he looks really worried for a moment, and then that look of worry turns to rage as he just stares down at at Borealis with utter fury in his third eye, and there's a bit there's a bit of fluttering beneath the humanoid eyes.
Ooh. Is that the inner fire of the somniums I see? Finally! Let's go! Ha
And yeah, as he goes to attack with Comet, he just says, "Bow down like the willow." 14 to hit for the first one won't hit, I'm assuming.
Nope.
Second one, come on, baby. 18?
18 will hit, but he's going to use a reaction to parry that. And that's
what does that do?
He's gonna add a D10 to his AC. That's enough, and he's gonna block it.
Damn it.
And his next attack is gonna have a D10. Is gonna have a +5 damage to it.
It's okay. Maybe he'll miss. Maybe he'll miss all three.
Maybe you'll miss.
Nope, because that's a nat 20 on his first one.
God fucking damn it.
No.
So that's gonna be... Oh, lucky you. That's only going to be 8 physical damage.
Only 8.
Could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
And only 9 psychic damage.
Lotus is down.
That could have been a lot worse.
Oh.
Yep. He's going to rush forward and sort of like bat Comet aside and say, "But not quite good enough," and jam his blade right through your gut once again and withdraw it.
I think while Lotus is still conscious enough, he looks up still down, because there's still a little bit of height difference. He will lean forward while he's still impaled, and will just say, "You might have won, but I still pity you." And he'll fall.
Oh no.
I want to leave that. I want to leave that to simmer.
You are gonna get healed, but instead of but before the cleric can help you up, Borealis actually offers you a hand to help you up.
Ooh.
Do you take it?
Yeah, he'll take it.
And he's going to say, "Good duel. We should do that again sometime." And sheath his blade and turn to the crowd, who are going to like give him a big applause and walk away.
Yeah, immediately in Lotus's head, he'll say, "Are you alright, Belladonna?"
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, I'm okay. Oh, that just hurt. Oh, ow.
I'm sorry
good.
we couldn't beat him.
It's fine. That blade of his packs a punch.
It does. I assume Lotus would have received healing.
Yeah, you're back up to full HP and all your wounds are attended to. The fucking priest here is really just like literally just for dueling, so like he could spend his spell slots pretty generously.
Oh wow.
So yeah, you're back up to full, and everybody does see, even though you lost, you did sort of put on a pretty good show of it, so you do get a few claps. You still defended your family's honor pretty valiantly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All the while still
Nova's
standing there.
clapping
All the
as
while
loud as he
standing
can.
there like an oak, and somehow that worked out pretty well.
Yeah, like You know, you hear like a couple people's like, I never thought about just letting the other person hit you to hit them back better, but that might do something there.
Clearly he was doing something right.
There's this one bit in this trilogy called the First Law trilogy, where there's like a really important dueling scene, and the guy who's like one of the POV characters is definitely losing because the guy he's dueling is just using these like fucking like bricks of like short swords that are just like so fucking heavy that they're like practically maces. And it's like technically not illegal, but fuck, is it hard to block with like a fucking rapier.
Out of curiosity, when Lotus leaned forward after being stabbed and said, I pity you, did that have any reaction?
Nope.
You don't know. You were passing out.
Yeah. You were passing out, but I'm going to say straight up, no, you wouldn't have been able to tell if it had a reaction because he's got a pretty decent poker face.
Yeah. I hope that simmers, though. I hope that simmers. I hope that makes him think. Hope that makes him question Daddy. Yeah. Lotus will, very calmly, walk out of the arena.
Yeah.
And he will walk up to Aster and return Comet to his hand.
He will graciously take it. Say, that was quite the show, Lotus.
Thank you.
Definitely a decent first duel. Probably might have a few others to attempt to challenge you.
Well,
but
I'm not one to back down from a challenge.
If you have need of Comet again, please let me know. It's good to have get some work in again. Ever since I took my Hippocratic Oath and haven't been the same as I used to, I haven't been able to give her the workout she deserves.
Well, I'll keep that in mind. Out of curiosity, what is Aurora's reaction to that whole ordeal look like? Especially the fact that for once Lotus seemed really calm.
He doesn't seem to. It's hard to tell because he's like at the box. Well, actually, no, he would have calmed down. He seems to be like he sort of seems to be talking to talking to Borealis, but he actually seems to be like pointing at him and like pointing at various things. It's like he seems to be critiquing Borealis's like form.
I think Lotus is feeling a little bold, and he's not going to start shit. He is going to walk over, and
before you do, the golden fencer is going to put out his arm and say, "And what are you doing, friend?"
I was going to congratulate Borealis.
All right. Then he's going to lift up his arm.
Lotus.
By the way, this guy looks like Prince Charming from Shrek, basically.
Ew.
Ew. But like, he's like a little more slender, and slightly more longer hair. Like, definitely more of a fencer build than like a knight.
Lotus will walk up and will lightly, very much not threateningly, will put a hand on Borealis's shoulder and will say, "For what it's worth, I think you did great." But he will look over at Aurora. But then again, I am just some bumpkin who crawled out of a hole, so what do I know? By the way, I hope you'll be attending the gala. With as light on your feet as you are, perhaps you'll save me a dance?
Perhaps. And you sort of see Aurora in the background sort of start to say something. But he sort of thinks a little better of it and Just he sort of like not even like registers that you're there and registers that you said kind of an insulting thing a little bit, but he doesn't really seem to like see you as a person. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like you're like a, you're like he's looking at you like a rich person looks at the help.
Yeah. I am a creature.
Yeah. And
yeah. Lotus will just flash a fanged grin at Aurora and will say, your son really is quite amazing. Really, I'm trying to think of, like, what would be the most, like, veiled insult towards Aurora, but, like, a genuine compliment towards Borealis. Yeah, he'll just say, I think he's more, you know, I think... Okay, I'm trying to phrase this basically he's trying to say, like, I think the student has really outshone his master. He's basically trying to say he's better than you.
You can make me a persuasion or performance check.
What would be the best way to phrase that, though? Like, genuinely,
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll just roll a persuasion or performance and go from there. Come on, good roll, baby, good roll, baby. I think I might have inspiration from a while back from something. So, all things considered, if so, gonna re-roll that. 19.
All right. You sort of see him like, glare at you for a second, but then sort of shake his head and it's like, anyways, I must be off Borealis. Keep working at it, and he's going to walk away.
Do I want to continue being gracious? As soon as Aurora has, like, left out of earshot, Lotus will say, if you're ever in need of any healing or treatment for, your scar, do not take this as me belittling you, but if you ever have need of a third space, as soon as renovations are done, given the fact we're in the same neighborhood, feel free to come visit.
I appreciate it, thank you.
And he will give a sort of knowing nod, and will run a hand over one of his own scars, and will just say, believe me, from experience, scars from family often hurt the most. And he will leave.
Before you leave, the fucking Prince Charming looking fellow claps a hand on your shoulder and says,
don't touch me.
Puts a hand off of your shoulder. It does say, appreciate you being sporting to young Borealis. He's a good man.
Better than your kind.
You don't know me.
I don't. But I know that gold often hides some sinister veneers.
You all are misjudging us. We're only trying to make things better for everybody.
He will hear in his mind, I know what your higher-ups are planning, and if you don't, you're either ignorant or blind.
He's
and
gonna,
he will walk away.
Look around like, huh? What? Like, you generally seem to, like, actually have startled him.
Yeah.
But, what?
I do think, as he hears that, there's an undertone of, like, snakes hissing to it. Yeah, he'll walk away.
Yeah.
Rejoin up with Cassandra and with Nova.
You okay? That looked like it hurt.
I've been through worse.
Are you all healed up, or do you need more healing, or?
I'm all healed up, but I'll
Did it-
need to be able to rest before I can get my own healing back.
You did a great job.
Thank you. I do think he is, like, shaking a little bit, and,
Nova
It's
put a hand on your
definitely
shoulder.
yeah, it's definitely from trying to remain calm among that Solar Legion after being touched by him.
Okay, here, as we go home, we need to grab, like, comfort food or something, and we are having, like, a sleepover in the main room. Or something.
Yes.
Okay, we're doing something, because Lotus does not need to be alone right now.
Yeah, it's less like, I don't know, I think it's just, if anything, is showing growth, for lack of a better term, that he's handling it as well as he is right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um,
But we want to be there for him. We want to be there for him. We're gonna grab, like, the world equivalent of, like, whatever Lotus's favorite
Mac-
food is.
I feel like
Yeah.
it's something I feel like it's something surprisingly bougie, like lobster mac and cheese.
Yeah. We're gonna
Like, I
find-
think that's like the only
That
reason
seems
it's
right.
even anything as bougie as that is due to his mother and father.
Mm-hmm.
And he did also wind up shacking up with a bunch of druids who, you know, can get him lobster. So he could continue to have that after basically going no contact. Yeah. Yeah, they'll get stuff, and as soon as they get home,
Go to this, like,
Yeah.
sort of fancy restaurant and get, this, big old thing of lobster mac and cheese with, like, truffle oil in and
Ooh,
truffle flakes.
fancy.
It's really good.
Yeah.
They even have, like, a little garnish with, like, one of the, like, lobster claws that you can, like, just, like, use just, like, on the top of it.
Yeah. You know, when I lived with the Druid Grove, sometimes, people would go out of their way to sharpen, claws of crustaceans and, turn them into natural scissors. I thought that's neat. I don't really know how to do it myself. There was someone I knew that was really good at it, though. Every time I tried, I'd just wind up breaking the claws.
That's really cool.
Yeah. They also taught me how to use certain ant species as natural stitches and sutures.
Huh.
Yeah,
You'll have
you know,
to teach me that, so if we're ever in the woods and we don't have
Well-
sutures.
well, it was a very particular species native to the Basin of Rebirth and the border of the Astral Coast, so I don't
Oh.
necessarily know if it would be an ant we can run into very frequently, but, you know.
You never know.
Yeah, it's really interesting. You know, you take the ant, let it bite onto the wound, and then you cut the ant's head off.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, very useful. And then you leave it, you leave the head there until the wound heals completely closed.
I mean, that'd work, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it worked well. Worked mighty well. Fascinating conversation for anyone else to overhear. Also, in
Yeah.
Yeah, over dinner.
I love the duel music still going.
Oh, right.
This is just like it's still going in Lotus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's still
in
going in
Lotus's
Lotus's
head.
head due to
Lotus.
PTSD. It's still kind of causing anxiety.
You're good.
Yeah. When we get home, how's the progress looking?
Surprisingly, after this, it's all done.
Oh wow.
These guys
Oh,
are.
yay, we get to have Funny and Oh no, come back to a furnished house.
Fuck yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's all done, all worked on, and there's even like a two baskets on the table. One has like a little like
Bread and
decorative
cheese.
beer stein, yeah, and it's got a whole bunch of breads and cheeses, so you can make some fondue in your new
Oh,
fondue, and it's like got a
Nice.
like two small kegs of beer next to it, and the other one
very nice.
is got like a little skull badge on it and has like a whole bunch of like fancy fruits and like liquors in it,
Aww.
and it's got a little housewarming gift from the Baron.
That's very sweet.
adorable.
Aw.
It's like an edible arrangement sort of deal.
Love that.
So cool.
There's like a whole, like
So
some
cool.
like handmade like little skull chocolate lollipops in there.
Love that.
This is perfect for pulling out all of the blankets and having a sleepover in the
Yeah.
living room with
Yeah,
fondue
we've got, like,
and
Yeah, by the
snacks.
fireplace.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you can have yourself a nice little party, little cozy. Let's get some more cozy music for this. Let's see. Here we go.
Are there any holidays that are popular in Nockstadt, like celebrations or stuff?
Well, oh geez, there's the founding. Obviously, there's probably a few Yola-centered holidays. I don't know. I kind of have to fucking talk to Avery and Vic because I actually don't remember what holidays are a thing. But
Yeah, because
I gotta
I'd
say-
love to be able to do some holiday celebrations
say
at some
that-
point.
I'm gonna say that there's Founding Day for Starspire.
Mhm.
There's gonna be Astral Elves celebrate the winter and summer solstice.
Mhm.
And,
What time of year is it?
It's probably sometime in the summer, so summer solstice might be coming up soon.
Nice.
Also, you do remember that after the little gala, there's going to be the Day of Remembrance, which is a dragon holiday.
Ooh.
I think Lotus will bring that up with Cassandra and ask, is there anything you'd like to do for the Day of Remembrance? Any
Because
sort of special foods?
Cassandra was invited to the official. Both Cassandra and Feywill were invited to
Yeah.
the official Day of Remembrance celebration.
Yeah.
Kath is gonna cough up the cheese. Excuse me. I guess that's kind of the first holiday. That's gonna be weird.
Yeah. And there's also the summer solstice that'll be coming up fairly soon.
Gosh, I'm gonna plan something at the temple, right? Because
How do solstices work here?
I don't know.
That's a fascinating question.
I
That
mean,
is-
obviously, you'd see like the stars of like
Yeah.
the constellations move like they do on Earth. So,
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but I wonder if it would just, like, for the summer solstice feel, like, warmer than usual, or for the winter solstice it would feel colder than usual. That is a great
Yeah.
question, though, considering how solstices affect the time of day.
Yeah.
yeah.
Perhaps we can, maybe make some flower arrangements or something for the Day of Remembrance.
We should do a memorial or something. I mean, I've never, done that kind of thing before as a cleric, so I'm kind of lost here. This will be my first one.
I could see about procuring some forget-me-nots.
That would be beautiful. We should talk to the librarian about that, see what...
Yeah, and hopefully find out if forget-me-nots are fine and not some sort of horrible insult in dragon culture.
Maybe hold a candlelight vigil or something at the temple?
Maybe. Thank you, for believing in me, by the way. I know there's no reason for me to ever doubt that, but I appreciate you being there to cheer me on.
You know we're always there for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a friend. Even if I did say some doubtful things beforehand, but...
I will say, Cassandra, be careful if you ever get hit by a blade that, attacks the mind. That... I was doing alright enough, but it really hurt, Belladonna.
It hurts your core spirit?
Yeah.
That's... weird.
I mean, sort of dismissive huff from the quarry in your head that says it's attached more directly to his mind. Of course, it would have hurt it more.
Cassandra's just gonna kind of... You guys see her face expression shift, from... She's got a terrible poker face. Just from, half, concerned to, flat out annoyance. As she just kind of stares flatly and rolls her eyes.
I want to make it clear. Your quarry spirit isn't a complete fucking bitch, but she's very proud and very dismissive.
Maybe it's more of a fondly rolls eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just stares aside.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna
Lotus
kind
will
of
put 2 and 2 together there.
Yeah. Sorry, that wasn't
still confused about human facial expressions.
Well, if it's any useful information, my quarry spirit just told me that it's because Belladonna's more collected, or not, actually you wouldn't have told us the name. It's because your spirit is more connected to your
Lotus
head.
did just say Belladonna before that.
Oh, okay, so. Okay. My brain farted. It's because Belladonna's more connected to you or something?
I suppose that makes sense. He was able to knock me out when the Dawn's goons were coming to check on things to protect me, so makes sense. Well then, I think it's time we put the little fondue nook to the test.
Let's do it!
Yeah, he'll start melting some of the cheeses down. And we'll go about cutting the bread up into nice little cubes, getting some skewers or silverware out. I'm assuming that Aster would have given us silverware and
yeah, there's silverware.
And stuff.
Also, there's a few summer sausages and other sort of
marvelous
meats in the
come right on my kielbasa deli, woman.
Shut the fuck up. Also,
I've never done oh, sorry. Go on.
Also, I do have to go now. We're gonna have a session here. But
okay.
That's fine.
Sounds good.
Nice this is about the normal stop time.
Nice fondue. Nice fondue party after your dinner.
Hell yeah.
Fondue's great, by the way. No, Chase.
Yeah. I've never done fondue with anything other than oil. Or I guess I've done chocolate, but I haven't done cheese.
Oh. I never heard of fondue with oil.
Me either. I've always assumed chocolate and
Yeah, you do oil and then you do meat and like mushrooms and stuff.
Huh. Oh, is that like a hot pot?
Not like you skewer them on like forks and you like and put them in the oil and let them
Huh.
cook for a couple minutes and take them
Oh.
out.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's not quite a fondue then, I don't think.
I mean,
Because, like,
it is fondue, but like
huh. I never
yeah,
heard of that. I'm sorry. Anyway,
no, no, it's
we're
fine.
ending the recording now.
Yeah.
Yeah.